All right, chat, welcome in. We are back. We do have another NBA playoff series going on at the moment as well, too. Hey, yo, obviously, the historic Spurs Thunder series, historic Spurs win last night, but we do have to focus on the Eastern Conference Finals as well, too. A bit of an interesting series as the game gets going here. I guess maybe the Cavs specifically as a team, just as a presence in the Final Four here. Again, obviously the Spurs and the Thunder are taking up a lot of space. I mean, New York is as well too, as just a lot of, narratives and questions and, possibilities and, the what do you say, the just that obviously every fan base is happy when they win a title, but just those resolutions of the season, hey, just there's a lot of, again, narratives of the teams left. But Cleveland, and James Harden gets the first shot to go as well too. I almost again, anything is possible. But I almost want to say there's just absolutely zero chance that Cleveland wins the title. Again, I don't even know if that's from a basketball skill, roster building, matchup standpoint, whatever. Hey, Towns just airballed a three bad as well too. But it would just seem like the crazy, it would, the weirdest outcome of the year if the Cavs won the title. The trade for James Harden in the middle of the season. I mean, of course, we're directly off of a season where the Pacers had made the finals, and I guess the Mavs were in it 2 years ago as well too, two finals ago. So we have had, sort of quote unquote improbable runs. Again, I don't know if the Cavs would be on an improbable run to the finals, but quote unquote unsuspecting teams. But I don't even think, looking back, again, those teams were that unsuspecting at the end of the day. Again, obviously the Mavs run, Luka, I mean, we've been, sort of, and still, are still waiting for that, final next level achievement. But, we were, that was something that we had expected, again, fair or unfair, we had expected of him in his career, just of the basketball talent that he had showed, that it was going to be a guy that could lead his team to the finals. Of course, that team got hot offensively. He was playing well. They ended up making it. And then the Pacers last year, Halliburton kind of similarly, maybe ascends a bit of a level up from, expectations. The expectations on Halliburton weren't quite as high as they were on Luka. It is what it is. But that team, obviously, again, just sort of the improbable nature of it. And Halliburton directly as well, too, with all the buzzer beaters and, last second shots, the clutch shots there. It was, of course, a crazy thing. But this Cavs team, I mean, shout out, I guess Raptors in round one is definitely, impressive. And then, taking the Pistons to 7 as well, too, is fun. I mean, the Pistons won 60 games. And this Cavs team did win 60 games last year. Again, not with James Harden, I guess. But, either way, it just does not seem like the type of team that is going to... I guess making the finals could be a weird make the finals team, but I don't know. It's nothing. Again, that's, I guess, the ultimate conclusion of this series is just them making the finals, not them winning the finals. So maybe we are jumping a little bit ahead of ourselves in terms of what we're expecting this team to accomplish here at the end of the year. But I do think there is something to the Final Four teams. To some degree, there has been an element of these teams can win the title. Again, outside of you get heavy favorites. So, the Golden State year, that's a year where they're the outlier team as the favorite. So, the other teams aren't, it's almost like the other three teams aren't, does it quote unquote not matter? Of course not. But, I'm thinking even Tatum, that rookie Tatum year with the Celtics team making the conference championship, that team was a little bit unsuspecting. But again, looking back, rookie Tatum and still, and Jaylen Brown as well too, Marcus Smart, they obviously had a collection of guys that could make a playoff run. And what Tatum and Brown have obviously ultimately become as a duo there as well too. It's not surprising that they were able to have quite the run that they were early. But I can't think of a team that just is I just do not see this team winning the finals at all. And maybe it's not even I don't see them winning it, just be what would that be like? Hey, yo. Obviously, and again, the Cleveland Cavs winning the title, they were able to make up for the fact of it's not the Cavs as a market or anything, hey, yo. It's just sort of this version of the roster. And again, the middle of the season trade for James Harden, I don't know if we've seen that work in a team making the finals, but, again, if it's still an upgrade move, like there is some logistical, reasons as to why that could happen. And it's 8-2 to start as well too for Cleveland. So the road teams kind of getting, getting the hot starts here in each of the game ones. Bridges shanking the mid-range. I guess the Knicks have had, I guess more time off as well too, but just the easier, kind of cruising. But I guess, they did take six games to get past Atlanta in the first round. So it's not like it was necessarily an easy series, but I guess by the end of it, they were winning pretty decisively there, and they did have some pretty big wins in the playoffs. So there we go. Brunson, the little floater. I mean, I feel like we're going to root for New York just for some order here in the NBA. Again, it's a 3-4 matchup. It's not that crazy, but still, Donovan Mitchell, I feel like that is a run as well too that has been something that has been sitting on the table there for him. He's been like a sneaky playoff successful guy for the time that he's been in the league. But again, just maybe it's the middle of the season trade, and it's the fact that it's James Harden as well too. Like James Harden's gonna get traded to Cleveland in year what is he in, like year 17 or something like that, and win the title as his second best player on the team, and that's all of a sudden how he's gonna revive his career. It just is not the storyline that we were expecting. But I guess what is at this point? Is that the problem with the Spurs at this point? Is it almost feels like pause, like it's not inevitable, but it's like like this is and there is that magic of a season that you can just start to have as well too. But it's like, okay, what's gonna be the plot twist in the Western Conference Finals? And if we go back to last year again, in the finals, like the Pacers did almost win that series. I know, fortunately there was an injury at the end of that really did affect it. But outside of that series just being as competitive as it was a little bit of a plot twist. So we get to the, that's what I'm saying. We get to the finals, and all of a sudden it's the Cavs, and are the Cavs gonna beat the Thunder in the finals? So that would terrify us, chat. Donovan Mitchell and James Harden getting a win over Wemby in the finals. There's something about this New York team, and I guess they did get the in-season tournament win, so they're more confident versus San Antonio. I don't know. But there is something about this New York team that, with all due respect to Cleveland, again, it's not just the market, it's a little bit of the roster too, like Brunson and Towns. Maybe a little bit more of a pedigree matchup than Mitchell and Harden, but it can be close. It can be close, I guess, if you go roster for roster. I guess now that I think about it, like it is, a little bit closer talent-wise than, I guess it can be closer talent-wise than I'm giving it credit for. Again, I would personally still prefer, building a team around Jalen Brunson at this point. I would have him ranked higher in player ranking situations. But again, Donovan Mitchell, night to night in a playoff series, like he can compete offensively with Jalen Brunson. That's pretty close right there in terms of the matchups. Again, James Harden and Towns, like it's pretty close. I'm still gonna give the Knicks the edge. Pause. I'm still gonna give them the slight advantage for these matchups, but it is close enough that it makes it interesting. I guess is it Mobley versus Towns? That's more of the appropriate comparison there, the number twos. But Harden sort of offensively, the responsibility anyways. Like Towns would have the second most responsibility in the Knicks offense. I don't know if Mobley would have the second most responsibility in the Cavs offense, but either way, you could have Mobley and Bridges anyways. Maybe in some ways Mobley could be the better player there, but I feel like, again, it wouldn't be take, but the point is it's close. Jared Allen versus OG. Jared Allen versus Mitchell Robinson. Jared Allen versus, and then who else do we got? Dean Wade, Max Strus, and then Kolek McBride. Tyler Kolek's not even gonna play in this series. I think we just saw a reel of him about something. I forget what it was. So I think his name's just on the mind. Pause. But either way, like we're saying, I just this is a strange team. This is a strange team. This Cavs team. I don't know if it's just me, or if it is, kind of the NBA community seeing that way as well too. But let's see here. Can we see the playoffs from the last couple of seasons and see the weird teams that may have may have been in there. Again, we're talking like Final Four teams, and I did Charles Barkley pick the Cavs to win the series as well too. So it's like, okay, yeah, Cleveland finals games in Cleveland this year. Definitely something a little bit surprising. But finals, Minnesota Thunder, Pacers, Knicks last year. Hey yo, as we just slowly go back through NBA history again. Yeah, Timberwolves, Mavs, Celtics, Pacers. The year before that, I know, like, obviously the Warriors have been in the finals last couple years. Heat versus the Celtics, the Denver versus the Lakers. Maybe the Heat getting that win was a little bit surprising, Caleb Martin. But again, it's still Miami. Like, we're not really surprised as, I think, and, we're going, like, kind of the franchise ranking at that point. But just the roster as well, too. Like, again, we kind of give Miami a little bit of leeway to making runs, and especially that Jimmy Butler team, that Jimmy Butler era, like we kind of, had to keep an eye on them for taking that next level, that next step forward in the playoffs. Dallas over Warriors over Dallas in 2022. Hey, yo, so wait, Dallas, who did Dallas? They got, the winner. Oh, that's right, Luka over Phoenix. Maybe Dallas, that run that year was a little surprising, but again, like, you still have Luka. Like, maybe I'm not giving Donovan Mitchell enough credit here. Not putting him quite in that tier. But again, this doesn't feel like that team of guys that doesn't have, that top 5 guy, but it's like that totally stacked roster. Again, it's really good. Hey, yeah. A little Patriots-esque in the East this year, and I guess maybe any team that made it through the East is just gonna, have the easier. The path's just gonna look easier, compared to whatever the teams were doing in the West. But again, like that roster still makes sense a little bit. That then maybe they would flip the switch. The Clippers versus the Suns, of course, Kawhi and that team, that era, making their actual one run. Milwaukee, Atlanta. I guess Atlanta with Trae Young maybe would have been the last team. Because Philly, of course, they were able to get that game in 7. I mean, Trae Young is kind of on that Donovan Mitchell level of, Ayo. And I think, again, we would probably have Donovan Mitchell a little higher than Trae Young in the rankings. But in terms of, some similar All-NBA conversations in the past, heavy runner and offense guy, but maybe not quite that last step of, carrying teams to the finals like we've seen yet. But Trae Young, Herter, Capella, Bogdanovich, Hunter, John Collins, Cam Reddish, Danilo Gallinari, Solomon Hill as your top 9. Hey, yo. Kevin Herter was the second best player in this playoff run. Again, I guess Trae Young, have to give him credit. I guess Bogdanovich as well, too. Trae Young, Bogdanovich, Collins, Capella, and Herter was their top 5. And then DeAndre Hunter, 30 minutes a game. Danilo Gallinari, 24. Cam Reddish, 23. And then Lou Williams, 15 minutes. 15 minutes a game off the bench there. But 28-9 for Trae Young. But again, obviously they ended up losing the series as well too. And Milwaukee ended up going on to win the finals. So I don't know what that means for New York and for the Western Conference team here. But that would definitely be one. Shout out to Trae Young. That a little bit strange, but Ben Simmons didn't make layups. So if the other team's just gonna gift you the finals path, then it definitely becomes a little bit easier that way. But yeah, Jokic in the conference finals versus LeBron, Boston versus Miami again. I guess kind of defining the early part of the 2020s there. The Blazers, when they made it versus the Warriors, again, everybody compared to the Warriors was going to look a little bit different. So I don't know. The Blazers, they got the win over Denver in 7. I don't remember being totally shocked at all that Portland made the conference championship. Again, everybody kind of liked Dame as well. So everybody was hoping that, so you'd have some playoff success. Maybe get a win or 2 off Golden State, look pretty good, look pretty competitive. But no other team was Golden State. And I guess they weren't the Rockets as well, too. Like the Rockets, again, we actually thought they could get the win there in some of those years. But yeah, still, I wasn't necessarily shocked that, because the Warriors played the Rockets in the second round that year, right? Am I getting that right? Yeah, they did. Took them to 6. So, and was that the number 1 playoff matchup? Hey, I guess Denver, maybe Jokic, but yeah, Denver in 7 versus the Spurs. I mean, the Spurs with DeRozan almost won that series. So I don't remember thinking like Denver is going to win the finals with Jokic in 2019. But you know, again, the Warriors were obviously the clear favorite. There's some Warriors Rockets, some Cavs versus Celtics, Warriors Spurs conference finals. I guess it was conference finals in 2017. Hey yo, but you know, again, obviously Kawhi and the Spurs could have won the finals there. OKC in 7. You know, that makes total sense. The Raptors, and I guess some of those Raptors teams do count as well. You know, I never, with all due respect to DeRozan and Lowry, you know, they never, you know, it's like, oh, they never got past LeBron. It's like, I don't think they would have done anything in the finals as well, too. Again, with all due respect, you know, we're talking about the era of that Warriors team. So if LeBron couldn't do anything against the Warriors in the finals, I don't think, if DeRozan and Lowry are getting past LeBron, then maybe there is a chance that they could do something in the finals. Who knew that DeRozan and Lowry are crazy? But, you know, again, I don't know if there was some kind of disqualification, and then it's like, oh, the Raptors are actually in the finals now against the Warriors. Like, I guess, you know, as we say, they're going to get smoked. They're like, the Raptors like, we actually won against the Warriors. It's like, well, okay, but not with, I mean, hey, yo, I guess we don't mean to turn into Iceman here. Now we're just dissing DeRozan. Hey, yo, you know, shout out, because he had a good run on the Spurs. You know, we're fans. We would have liked DeRozan and a pick. You know, we run that trade back in 2026, and it's probably it's like DeRozan and 3 firsts for Kawhi. Hey yo, but like we said, you know, we really liking how the franchise has turned out, how it's looking. So we can't be too mad. But again, even those Raptors teams, it wasn't surprising that they were in the conference finals itself. Like, I wasn't necessarily thinking that they weren't gonna get the series win or, you know, do too much with it. Hey, yo. But still, the run of them being there, like, they were consistently some of the better teams in the Eastern Conference, regular season-wise, over that time. Atlanta, again, of course, the 51 year, the Rockets in the mix, 2015, 2014. You got Spurs, Thunder. There's going to be a little bit of a Heat Pacers run here as well, too. Again, those were competitive battles. Spurs over Grizzlies in 2013. I mean, maybe them. Who did they over the Thunder in 5? Maybe this was a bit of a strange series. You know, again, I guess anytime Durant and Westbrook getting eliminated from the playoffs, you got to take a little bit of a look at it. But Durant 35, 36, 25, 27. Randolph with 28 in the closeout game. Ayo, and they kept it a real low-scoring series. Only one game in which one team cracked 100. Memphis 103 in Game 4. But you have Durant this series, 28 points a game, 42% from the field, 35% from 3. And, this would have been, I guess, the Westbrook injury season. So, no Westbrook in this series. I guess that makes sense. Reggie Jackson, though, 50% from the field, 13 a game. And then Kevin Martin. It's Durant, Kevin Martin, and I guess you trade Harden at this point as well, too. So Durant, Kevin Martin, Reggie Jackson, Serge Ibaka, Derek Fisher, Thabo Sefolosha. I mean, chat, hey, yo, it got Sam Presti. What a rebound. What a rebound. Hey, yo, again, you got Kevin Durant at that point. But that's not much going on around Kevin Durant in 2013. Was Presti here at this time? He's been responsible for this whole thing. Yeah, Kevin Martin, Reggie Jackson, Serge Ibaka, Derek Fisher, Sefolosha. Like, that's like a 42-win basketball team. Hey, yo. Again, you get Kevin Durant in his prime, and that puts it maybe at 52 in the regular season because he's up to 30 a game every night there, just cooking everybody. Hey, prime Durant on OKC was crazy. But, shout out, Kevin Martin was good. We got to give his respect. 41% from the field, 35, 94% from the free throw line. Reggie Jackson, 92. So they were automatic there. Hey, yo. But, outside of that, not much else for, because I guess, again, Reggie Jackson was 5 from the field here at 3-point percentage. 3-point percentage a little bit low, I guess. 19 assists to 9 turnovers, maybe not ideal. But, Gasol and Conley and Randall, like, that was still a competitive squad in some ways. Do we have a little bit more respect for this Grizzlies squad than we do the Cavs squad right now? I guess we do. Gasol, 19 a game. Did we say Randall? Randolph. Zach Randolph, 18 a game. Mike Conley 18, and then Tony Allen 10 as well. So again, they weren't even really playing well offensively. They were just playing their style. And Conley 36% from the field, 28% from three. Hey, yo, Mike Conley. We hate to go back to the stats and look at it. But, pause. Hey, yo, but that's not ideal. That's not ideal. Gasol at 48%. Randolph 44. 44 is not bad, but, you know, he's posting up a lot, so get some closer shots. You know, he's missing quite a bit there. But still, again, the Thunder aren't necessarily matching him too much. Serge Ibaka, 37%. It is what it is. It was an ugly series, but 28, 14, 13, 12, and 9 apparently doesn't match 19, 18, 18, 10, and 9. As well, 6 and 6. Pondexter and Tayshaun Prince swinging the series. I think maybe Tayshaun Prince was sneaky important in that series. 157 minutes, so he was higher up in minutes played than some of the guys. 4th in minutes played. Tayshaun Prince just guarding Durant in 2013. Ayo, Chet. One last great Tayshaun Prince series for Memphis. Oh, Brunson, Chet. Dribbling around. Oh, Chet. Hey, yo. Here we go. Brunson now 10 points, 10 of the 18 for New York. He's cooking, so making a little bit of his own case for, you know, again, is anybody ever going to say this is the ultimate Steph versus, I guess not Steph versus LeBron, but, you know, in terms like we were saying in the last episode where it's like the last live stream where it's like, you know, in that argument back in the day, everybody would just be like, well, no, you know, Steph couldn't guard LeBron one-on-one, so LeBron's a better player. It's like, okay, I guess that's partially true, but, you know, nobody would ever, I guess, say that Brunson is going to be the better player over Wemby. But, you know, he did get the win over Wemby in the in-season tournament, and, you know, he's cooking here. He's cooking here, so he has been as dominant as anybody in the league, I guess, is the point. We gotta give him his respect. Hey, yo. That's all. You know, we're not gonna Rodney Dangerfield any of our opponents, chat. Hey, yo, pause. What does that mean? You have no respect. Hey, yo, do we need to workshop the Rodney Dangerfield? We might have to. Strus, was it Merrill? It was Merrill that was cooking in Game 7. So I guess maybe it is Strus that is gonna be good in this game. I don't know if they kind of, you know, take turns. Hey, yo, for each game, chat. I don't know. Is that how they do it? Pause. Hey, yo, Merrill and Max Strus just taking turns. What are we talking about? Having good 3-point games. Hey, yo. That's all we're talking about. But 20-13 now. It has 7-4-7. So they hit, I guess, their last 7 shots for New York. Definitely looking a little bit more like the competitiveness levels that we thought. Oh, chat. Cavs just throw it right back to New York as well too. Clarkson. Hey, yo, McBride for the corner 3. Okay, McBride breaks the make streak there at 7, unfortunately. But you know, the lead, collecting the lead here is the key thing. And obviously kind of like the OKC San Antonio game as well yesterday. You know, going to the bench, it swings the other way. So the depth for New York has been an important thing all year. Getting McBride back, you know, Clarkson. I feel like Clarkson has been a little bit, you know, hey, yo. Clarkson's one of those guys that, like, the media loved Clarkson, I feel like, more when he was, you know, is Clarkson I'm workshopping this take live, chat. Hey, yo. It's like an anti-major market sort of case. Maybe it's us not watching as much basketball media, you know, basketball shows as we used to. But either way, I feel like more guys were talking about Clarkson when he was in Utah. Hey, yo, people like Jordan Clarkson. You got to trade for Jordan Clarkson. It's like every time there's a fake trade, who you got to get? You know who's going to save the roster? Hey, yo, Jordan Clarkson. It's like Jordan Clarkson's fine. You know, he scores like 12 a game. Some games he goes out and drops 22. But, you know, now he's on New York. Now he's in a major market. It feels like he hasn't been mentioned. Hey, yo, they haven't been campaigning for him to be like a, you know, first team all 6 man the same way that he should have been. Is that a thing, chat? They need to make that. First team all bench. Hey, yo, first team all 6 man would be, I think, a good addition to the league awards. Oh, Merrill. Hey, yo, attacking off the dribble, chat. Getting to the basket. The layups. Expanding his game off the perimeter from against Josh Hart. Ooh, you hate to see it. I guess a little bit of a little bit of a light foul from Hart, nothing too crazy. So I guess maybe Morrell, I don't know, a little weaker for falling down, I guess. It is what it is. Hart, I think maybe he was anticipating more contact and it lost balance. I'm not sure, but 23 in the last game for him. So, you know, obviously one of the main reasons why why the team won that game. And I mean, you know, again, I just what a turn for Detroit as well too. I mean, they weren't necessarily a complete roster as a 60 win team. I mean, I don't know what that even means as well. Do we have to go back and look at the schedule? But again, like Cleveland won 60 games last year, and I don't know if I went into this season thinking, you know, Cleveland's going to be better. They, you know, 52 wins is not even that much of a decrease, to be honest. Like, you know, you're still a very, very good team. Are you going to win 60 games every year? Like, no, you'll be fine. If San Antonio, if the Spurs back in the day, you know, won 60 and then went down to 52, it still wouldn't be that bad. It's like, yeah, we're getting to the playoffs, we'll be fine. You know, again, that's a team operating with titles. But, yeah, you know, either way, I don't know if I would have, you know, signed them up to be... And I guess have they made it farther this year as well, too, with less wins. But... you know, either way. And this is why basketball history is confusing sometimes just looking at it on paper year to year. Because, again, it's like this one year they won more games in the regular season, but then they didn't go as far in the playoffs. But this year they lost more games in the regular season, but they made it farther in the playoffs. So I was like, okay, well, which team was the better team? You know, it's minor tweaks maybe year to year, not obviously too different. But, you know, there's no guarantee that the James Harden version of the Cavs would get a win against the Darius Garland version of the Cavs and the best versions of it. I don't know, but maybe, you know, because if Darius Garland is actually out there and playing well, like, you know, is James Harden gonna guard him and stop him? You know, he'd have to, obviously the performances would just be you know, dueling sort of offense performances there. But what do we got? 23-16. At the end of the first quarter, Mitchell with 7. Bridges, how is Bridges at the top performer here with 6? Ayo, give Brunson some respect. Brunson had 10 points in like the first couple minutes. I guess he's still at 10 right now, so I don't know. They're like, Brunson score. They're trying to motivate him to get a bucket again, I guess, by keeping him off the top performance list. 4 for 9. But yeah, I mean, leading all guys obviously to start off. Schroeder with 3. Ayo. So, you know, the Cavs are gonna need some help here from the other guys. Strus, yeah, 0 for 2. Is this? I mean, and Strus kind of was the guy. I mean, do we have to start looking into Strus now, chat, as like a major, what do we say, role player guy? Because he was on those Miami teams that made the finals as well too. So he hasn't quite crossed over into KCP. What do we say? Obviously not Robert Horry territory yet, because Robert Horry's a different level. Robert Horry's, you know, hitting game winners time and time. Robert Horry is like, that was like Halliburton, you know, if the role player version almost, where it's like time and time again just hitting buzzer beaters. But, you know, he's not as important in sort of the, what do you say, and not to say that not as important, but, you know, he just doesn't have as many responsibilities in the actual running of the offense possession to possession. But, you know, again, is as capable of hitting a game-winning ceiling shot as anybody. But for the, you know, role players, the consistent role players that are, you know, in main parts of the offense, can, you know, swing games, guys like KCP with 3. I guess Caruso as well too, you know, of course, him being on OKC and LA. Again, he is now a two-time NBA champion with 2 different teams. I guess Danny Green. Danny Green was another guy that I was trying to think of another name there. Danny Green, of course, in San Antonio, Toronto, and I guess he was on that LA team as well. That one. So they had Caruso and Danny Green, and was there another sort of journeyman guy on that team? I guess Dwight. Hey, yo. I don't know if Dwight counts. Rondo, you know, multiple finals in some ways is like but you know, he was all Pro Bowl, ayo, all pro, all-star level player in Boston. So definitely elevated above that. But, you know, either way, his impact, his offensive, his ability to swing games with his three-point shooting, again, it's clear at this point that he could literally power playoff runs. Ayo, Max Strus, one of the impact role guys in the league. Like, who is the Max Strus of the 80s? You know, who's the seventh man off the bench that was just like, well, this guy just, you know, affected like three different playoff runs, 4 different teams making to the conference championship. But, you know, you're never going to really remember the Max Strus situation as well. I mean, thinking even to role players that Miami had, I feel like if you were there, hey, yo, like the Caleb Martin playoff run is the one that kind of stands out as like the, oh, you know, who's the most Miami Heat guy to have like a playoff run just stand out and for no reason and, you know, have a good performance. That was clearly the most random one. I mean, Celtics fans are like, of course it's against us, but you know, it is what it is. That's Miami. They're gonna have the guys just have the random performances sometimes. You know, they're gonna have the you know, sometimes it's player development, sometimes it does feel it's whatever the intersection between luck and player development is. It's like that's where Miami you know, that's the perfect. That's where they're sitting perfectly right now. You know, it does seem like they have drafted well. They have an interesting collection of talent right now. But, you know, it's like, okay, for this guy to all of a sudden just turn into Eastern Conference Finals MVP material for one series, like, it just seemed like a little bit of a, you know, not something that was on the bingo card for the series. That's for sure. Oh, Schroeder chat missing. Hey, yo. Yeah, it's it. And then immediately on the other end as well, too, Josh Hart. Nobody really able to get it going for 3 at this point. So, I mean, just bail, New York. It is what it is. You don't need the 3-pointers to win this game. You can get to the basket, slice and say, Mitchell, yeah, he's not going to take the threes. I mean, hey, yo, the classic Donovan Mitchell drive to the lane. It is what it is. Does anybody have as iconic right now a drive as Donovan Mitchell? I don't know. I don't know if anybody is as standout. Is that Mandalorian graphic? Is that being projected on there, or is that on the court? Hey, yo, I don't know about this movie, chat. I haven't seen the TV show, but I don't know if it seems like it is like a fun. Oh, it's not. It's projected. Okay, I was gonna say, where are they playing with the Mandalorian sticker on the court? For some reason, that would seem like it'd be a little distracting, as well too. Green. It doesn't match. Hey, yo, can we get the Mandalorian logo in the Knicks colorway, the New York colorway? But I mean, it can't be like an actual action movie. Like, it seemed like it was a little bit more of a, you know, do you say like a, you know, like an adventure fantasy? I don't know if that's the right term for it, but I feel like that's the cross when you go a little bit younger in tone with the action movie, if that makes sense. You know, again, it's not about the crazy set pieces and the tactical movements and all the different stuff. You know, it's just about the characters like being in these big worlds and like, oh, you know, look at us moving through space. This is pretty fun. Like we're on a mission and we're gonna solve a problem. And it's like, oh, yay, we're all cool. You know, we love big planets and big, you know, paws. You know, hey, yo, you know, it is what it is. But you know, either way, it's like, what happened to the Mandalorian can't just like go into a place and just like, you know, just like rip through the cantina, chat. Hey, yo, like, where's his John Wick sequence where he stabs a guy? It's like, where's the sequence where the Mandalorian walks into a bar and they're like, I heard he killed a man with this pencil, like with a pencil. Hey, yo. And then he's got to like clear the bar. Is there a if there's not a scene where the Mandalorian doesn't clear a couple rooms, then I don't know if we're gonna be in it, chat. It is what it is. Pause. You know, what are you saving Grogu from if you're not clearing a room? You know, I guess this would almost be like comment. I was gonna say it sounded like a James Gunn movie, but there's like the bad version of the James Gunn superhero movie. Like, James Gunn has obviously perfected his tone, but that, you know, it's not a movie that relies on action. You know, it's the dialogue, it's the comic timing, it's the character arcs. It's a little bit more of a heartfelt journey. You know, again, he in the Marvel universe and in DC, I guess like the Superman movie, which I still haven't seen in total yet. Hey, yo, it is what it is. Batman vs Superman. I realize is Henry Cavill my Superman, chat? Hey, yo, I don't know, like. It really does become, you really do become like defined, you know, I don't know if that's a pause or not, but you really do, you know, identify those IP type of characters, you know, by the ones that you know, just watched at like specific points in your life. So I know that like in some versions of the IP, we get lucky that it lines up with us witnessing the best version of it. So like, I think James Bond, for example, like people would obviously say Connery. would be maybe the best individual Bond. But in terms of Bond movies, like, the Bond movies that we got to witness in real time are arguably some of the best Bond movies. So it's like, okay, well, we get to say that they're our favorite, but it's also the correct answer as well, too. Because, again, they're also the best ones. That's the problem with Batman vs. Superman and, like, the Henry Cavill Supermans. Is that was our, and again, I guess in some ways, we're always growing up. Like, people, they like look back. We'll look back at our early, we'll look back at the 20s and be like, oh, we were just a lad back then. We were just a kid. What did we know? But, in terms of like the growing up years, like the formative entertainment type of years and those type of ways, again, always still down to watch a good movie and add it into the rotation. That never be like, oh, movies don't hit the same when you're, dude, is that true? Hey, what, I just turned 35 and I'm like, movies are bad. I mean, I guess, movies could be bad when I'm 35, but just the concept of seeing a new movie, that just goes away. Hey, we just all turn into, curmudgeons as we get older in the theater. It is what it is. We're just all grumpy theater goers when we're older, but what are we saying? Either way, for something about, were we talking about heist movies? Hey, I guess, were we talking about, action movies, Mandalorian, James Gunn, Superman, Batman, the characters, when, like, that's the guy the Henry Cavill is the one that we grew up with. So, again, there's nothing that we can do about that. Unfortunately, it is what it is. The Superman, the corn sweat Superman, like, it does seem, that, I don't know if that seems like that's a pause or not. But, I guess in the BAFTAs, the Guild, when he signed him up for the Guild, he got the name David Cornsweat. So, the corn sweat Superman. But, it seemed like the casting there was good. Again, the reception was good. The scenes that we have seen were fun. But, it does seem like, Henry Cavill's just our guy. Okay, here we go. Here's a little bit of a trailer situation. I guess there was you do have the big, what do you say, pause, the big machines in the snow. So is that taking place during, is that movie 6? Hey, Chad, again, I can't say I know the Star Wars timeline that well. But I think movie 6 is where they go to the snow planet. I guess movie 2, right? If we're going actual original date. But in the movie timeline, I think it's the 6th one. Is that a New Hope? Or is a New Hope the second one? Or the first one? What's the first one? The first one is the first one Return of the Jedi? The Last Jedi I think is the new one, but Return of the Jedi is the old one, and then Revenge of the Sith is the middle one. That's actually the one that we like. That's the good one. But the trilogy, again, like, the trilogy is more closely associated with the movies that, like the Star Wars trilogies were more closely associated with our growing up years. So it's like those are our Star Wars movies. Again, it's like, the Star Wars movies of the old Star Wars movies are still as iconic, and the new ones, you still go watch them, and the moments that you like, you still enjoy them for sure. But in terms of like the formative in terms of the formative ones, it's those. And what else was I thinking about as well too? Spider-Man. I don't know if Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man, but it's like, the Amazing Spider-Man movies were the Spider-Man movies that dropped when we were a kid. So who our favorite Spider-Man movie, or our favorite Spider-Man is? Hot take, Andrew Garfield. It is what it is. But I feel like he did prove us right a little bit in No Way Home. Like, he does carry a little bit. Maguire's definitely good, and Holland obviously does get some good moments in that as well too. But for the moments when the three of them are together, I feel like Garfield is the one that stands out. Again, I feel like Holland's best moments in that movie are by himself, not necessarily with the trio of Spider-Man. And his best moments are as Peter Parker as well too, not really in the suit per se. I'm thinking like the ending scene that seems like the most like actory type stuff that he's done in the MCU. I guess Peter Parker is like such a specific lane, and I guess Andrew Garfield is a good, and Tobey Maguire as well too. I guess they have done a good job of like casting like real actors, in a sense, as those characters, because I mean, hey, we could call out some other guys, but they have done a good job of casting other roles, guys that have been perfect in roles that, maybe aren't good actors as well, too, or aren't great actors, or, just haven't quite been able to have the same type of momentum in some way. But, again, like Garfield is like an actual Oscar type of guy. I don't know if Holland has quite gotten to that level yet. And I think Maguire did get there though, right? Did Maguire get did he get a supporting nom at some point? And I feel like if you play Spider-Man at some point in your career, that's just gonna that's just gonna help the case at some point. But hey, is this us that lost the audio, or did ESPN cut the audio? Chat. They cut the audio during, I guess I'm gonna say they cut the audio. I guess the audio cut out is the better way to phrase it. But the audio cut out when Shaq was telling a story about something. Was he talking about Brunson? He was like, "Oh, we talked to Brunson last night." Then the audio cut out for 15 seconds while Shaq told the story, and then just immediately cut back in when they were done and going to the outro for the segment. It was like, oh, that's convenient timing. But I guess, I don't know. We just lost Mike Breen there for a while. Hey, not we didn't lose Mike Breen. We just lost the voice on the TV. Is all. Hey, I hate to even, But what are we saying? Oh, outside of acting, he's also produced several films, including The 25th Hour. Hey, how much production did Maguire do on The 25th Hour? What does that mean? What does that mean? He cut a couple of checks. He made a couple of suggestions over a couple of drinks. Hey, Chad. Hey, he's like, that put me on as a producer. But he got, what is this? Best, oh, that's right. Best Kiss in 2003. Best Hero and Best Fight and Best Team. Oh, I guess Best Team in 2022. But from 2003 to 2005, or 2008, he was nominated for Best Male Performance, Best Kiss, Best Hero, and Best Fight. All at the same time. Wow. And this is what I thought I saw. Best Male Butt Kicker. Favorite male butt kicker? Hey, what does that mean? Just guys that win fights? Favorite guy that wins fights? Hey, Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. The Wannabe Award, the Hall of Fame, the Big Help Award. Chat, this is the best award show right here. The Wannabe Award? They should give this out every year. Oh, they only gave it out from 01 to 08, and then people got sensitive. Oh, they gave it to Janet Jackson? Never mind. Get rid of it. And Queen Latifah. Okay, I see why they got rid of it. How are you giving the Wannabe Award to Hollywood's most iconic people? And I guess Tom Cruise as well too. Okay, wait. I guess per kids. Okay, there we go. There it is. It's okay, Chad. We should have read. We should have read the qualifications. Okay, never mind. IT cut that out. I guess we were assuming that, for some reason, we assumed that on this award show, the Wannabe Award would have been the other way. It's like, oh, this person's trying to... I think it's because we saw Tom Cruise listed at first in 2001. Hey, And then Wilson, we were like, oh, this is, people that are trying to be a wannabe. It is like a weird split between those. Because, Tom Cruise, I don't know... as a figure of success, Tom Cruise made it to the top of his industry. Yes, that's something that you should strive to be like. I don't, and shout out to Tom Cruise, call in and defend yourself. But is Tom Cruise somebody that kids want to be like? He's a Scientologist. Again, I guess all due respect to our Scientologists out there, but it's just as a role model for children. It's just is that I'm just asking the questions. That's all. Maybe hey, Chad, maybe I need to investigate Scientology. Chad, and so it begins. And so it begins. But, we need to really figure out what is, is Tom Cruise a worthy role model? But the only way to do that. But, and it kind of alternates. In 2001, it's Tom Cruise as being a wannabe, but in 2002, it's kids, you want to be like Janet Jackson, absolutely, great, talented, awesome, beautiful, all those things, literally, I guess, well, we're gonna start getting crazy, we just need just respectful takes about Janet Jackson, shout out is all we're trying to say, just a beautiful, beautiful lady. But 2003, Will Smith, again, it's more like in 2004, Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler is maybe the perfect version of both. I guess he's not trying to be a wannabe. Adam Sandler's just a chill dude, kind of just doing his thing. Hey, yo. But Queen Latifah, like, yes, absolutely. Like, Queen Latifah's perfect. Again, dominated multiple lanes. Whatever industry you can be in, strive to be your best. Obviously, if you want to go like Hollywood stories, if you want to go like people that have like what's like the Rotten Tomato score of Hollywood interactions with people like talking about how they meet with each other, like every point being everybody loves Queen Latifah. Hey, yo, it's like when somebody says something like, oh, nobody's ever said a bad thing about Queen Latifah. It's like, well, that's also because, it's not, I guess people could go around making up things, but also, Queen Latifah's never given people, things to say that would be bad, in that type of way. Like, she's not acting like that. I guess, we're not saying, we're just saying, like, as a person, that's not how she moves. She moves in a genuine way. So it's like Queen Latifah's a role model. Chris Rock, I guess, role model. Is Ben Stiller a wannabe or a wannabe? Hey, yo. Like, I guess it's kind of a little bit of both. I guess we need to, I feel like Ben Stiller's cool. Like, Ben Stiller's cool. Like, he's a passionate guy. But Cameron Diaz, 2008, Cameron Diaz is chill as well, too. So the role model award, I guess, did we lose role models in 08? What happened? Oh, didn't we gain some? Hey, yo, chat, what happened? I guess I guess it's movies. But I was like, can we give Obama the wannabe? Not the wannabe. Again, it's the person. See, now it sounds the person who kids want to be like. Hey, yo, the want to be award. They should put the T in there, chat. They should put the T in there. The wannabe award is a lot different than the want to be award. It is what it is. But I don't even remember what we were on here. What was it? Best male butt kicker. That's what it was. Slimed celebrities? Hey, yo. That's a pause. James Earl Jones got slimed in 92. Queen Latifah at 96. Hey, yo. Oh, Diddy in 98, chat. Hey, yo. I think Diddy in all of these years, if we're talking about off the show as well, too. What else do we got? I guess, moving on. Randy Savage in 99. Hey, yo, what a run. NSYNC and Tom Cruise and Rosie O'Donnell in 2001. Does that mean at the award show they got slimed? Maybe. Robin Williams in 06. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan 07. Oh, and Mandy Moore, Steve Carell, Tobey Maguire, Vince Vaughn, and Justin Timberlake. Hey, yo. Where is the male butt kicker? Oh, here we go. Here's some awards. Favorite book? Boo. Favorite butt kicker, favorite male butt kicker, and favorite female butt kicker. Yeah, so I guess, is there like do the favorite male and female, maybe the favorite male and female must go into like a butt kicking face off? Hey, yo. It is what it is. Wait, what years did they have this? Oh, only in the 2010s. We didn't have any favorite butt kickers in the 90s. Do we still have it? 2025? I don't know if we do, chat. Hey, yo. And apparently we don't have a list of winners and losers of the favorite butt kicker award. Maybe it's dependent on the year as well. Only 2 years. Oh, chat, just 2 years where Tobey Maguire won it. Oh, and then 2 years again in the 2020s as well. For some reason they tried to bring the award back in 13 and 14, and apparently it didn't go over well, or it just didn't stick around as well. Favorite male star kids. So #Squad. Hey, yo. Favorite DJ EDM artist. How do you want to help award? Favorite gamer. Favorite TV judges. Hey, yo. They only gave that out 1 year. There's only been one ever favorite TV judge of the Kids' Choice Awards. It has to be Judge Judy, right? I mean, if we talk about Hall of Fame judges like that, I mean, hey, yo. I mean, I guess I feel like Judge Mathis is putting up quite the stats. Hey, yo. I mean, Judge Mathis has been playing over the TVs at work for quite a while now, so we need to give Judge Mathis his respect. But I feel like Judge Judy is the OG. Judge Judy might be the OG. I guess there might be a judge before Judge Judy. I guess speaking of judges, chat, I don't know why this is, well, it's relevant because we're a sports pod. We're football analysts. I saw something about the OJ detectives. Hey, yo. What they say, he passed away. So I don't even know. I just saw this on the news. Hey, yo, anytime something about the OJ case pops up, it's like, what's going on? What's going on? So I guess we don't really have any commentary to make about this situation. But I guess, just to keep up with the news, Mark Furman passed away. I guess to the family, the Furman family, obviously, thoughts and prayers with the Furman family. Hey, we're not necessarily, saying that, we're just not a pro Furman pod. Hey, I guess what do we say? The man, just see, this is why we tread lightly, chat. This is why we tread lightly. Was the American law as the detective? He became known for his role. So what did he do? Hey, he became suspected in the subsequent prosecution after his retirement. Furman. Oh, he wrote books. Okay, that's probably why the name sounds extra familiar as well too. 95 was called to testify regarding the discovery of evidence, including a bloody glove, recovered at the state. During the trial, witnesses claim that Furman frequently described... Oh, chat. Yeah, this is definitely not a pro Furman pod. That is for sure. So, again, obviously, the family members, I guess the good ones out there. Oh, chat, we just move on. Rest in peace, OJ. That's what we say, chat. Hey, yo. Oh, should we have to go to break now? Oh, what? IT's putting us in timeout? Hey, yo. It is what it is. Oh, chat. We made it to 3 minutes in the second quarter. We'll be right back. Restart. Okay, chat, we're back. Josh Hart bricks a 3. The New York team continues to brick 3-pointers. They've only made 2.5. It doesn't matter. They're still up by 3 at this point. Brunson with the ball. 2.5 left as he attacks Sqaure. Ayo. Now it's Towns with Harden on him. I mean, take him to the basket, Towns. Ayo. Oh, he lost the basketball. Shacked in a fool light. Maybe there's like the free version. Ayo. like the almost goofs, and then you have to pay for Shaq to a Fool Plus for the actual mistakes. Hey, yo. Hopefully we're not giving him too many ideas. Oh, hey, yo, Shaq. I think he's got enough businesses and sponsorships. He doesn't need sponsored Shaq to a Fool? Hey, yo. Now something's going to be locked behind a paywall? It is what it is. But Mitchell now. Did he just go for a 4? Is that a 4-pointer? Wait a second. I'm talking about Shaq to the Fool Plus. I think Mitchell's over here getting 4-point plays. Bridges. Oh, kind of pushed up under the screen. Unfortunately got in the landing space, and Mitchell just able to sink the 3 there. So with the free throw, they can make it 1. They were down double digits a little bit ago, but they have been able to rally back here. But again, like, the New York just hasn't consistently hit 3-pointers, and they're not really that type of a team as well too. I mean, they could get hot, but that is, if we're just talking about the comparison between them and OKC anyways, would be something that Bridges for 3. Oh, and I mean, this has been not only misses, this has been one of the worst missing games that we've seen. Hey, yo. I mean, a drastic difference. It is what it is. Unfortunately, these tickets are way more expensive. The OKC tickets probably weren't even that bad as well, too, considering it was the greatest playoff game of all time. Front row tickets were probably like $350. Should we see, chat, how much they said? I don't, maybe it meant Eastern Conference Finals. I thought I saw something that said that tickets to the NBA Finals in New York, like, I saw like courtside ticket like $10,000 or something. Like, whoa, hey, yo, I could have been fake. But either way, again, I would assume Thunder tickets maybe $800. I bet courtside tickets are $800 in OKC. Again, that's a pretty good penny. I mean, considering you're gonna have to get a hotel, maybe are you eating all of those days? I'm assuming. Okay, from $200. Oh, prices are rising as we speak. Hey, yo, what are we looking at here in OKC? $200 to sit in the back of the arena. Just one ticket, chat. Hey, yo, it is what it is. This is a solo mission here. We go, unfortunately, we'll take a friend, as the funds get better. Oh, here we go. 704, the best deal. But we got, I guess, $2,000. Okay, so, I guess in front row is kind of sold out at this point as well, too. Some of these tickets may not all just be available on SeatGeek as well. They're not all via reseller. But, $600, $900 here to sit in what row? Row number... Hey, yo, chat. Hey, yo. 844. Which one's this? Row PP? Okay, for some reason, the luck on these numbers is crazy. Row P? Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Okay, I see maybe why some of these tickets are available, honestly. The only tickets that are available are in whoa. Okay. Row Q, here we go. Here's a nice row. John Q, shout out Denzel. 729. Boom. We'll take it. 533, chat. Oh, club access. What does this mean? What does this mean, chat? You get club access with this ticket? Hey, yo. Somebody scoop this one up. This seems like a good deal right here. Only $48 a month, and you can go see the Western Conference Finals. Do you want to make monthly payments to go buy finals tickets? But if you want to make monthly payments, hey, yo, just commit to the New York team. Because, again, they are going crazy right now. So we said $900 was like the most expensive, $1,000, $2,000. I guess $584 right now is the cheapest ticket in Madison Square Garden, $584. So, again, not every ticket is just going to be like, let me scoop this up online. But if we go 16,000, 20, did I say 10,000? I didn't say 100K earlier. That would be insane, right? That's not even Super Bowl tickets. I did say 10,000. So I'm not off, because these tickets right here were $24,000 for Game 2, chat. Hey, yo. $24,000 to watch Miles Bridges just airball 6 threes in a half. I mean, this has been kind of a bad half. It is what it is. 45-44 with 20 seconds. I guess the floater now makes it 45-46. So we're barely on pace again to get 100. I guess, like we said, we got 100 in double overtime in the last game. But, again, Wemby was playing like Wilt Chamberlain in that game. It was worth the price of admission. Mitchell for 3. Oh, here we go. Okay, heating up a little bit. Oh, Mitchell, the interception on the inbound. Can he get the shot going the other way? Hey, yo. That would have been a crazy sequence if he had somehow made a fading away 3-quarter heave. But it feels like that pass should have been a little bit better. Hey, yo. You had a New York player streaking down the sideline. Hey, yo, running down court wide open. And, just get it up over him and get it up over Donovan Mitchell and just get that pass. That's like when you throw the bullet pass in Madden and you should have thrown a lob pass and the defender picks it off and you're like, oh, okay. There we go. Again, maybe it would be at the end of the half, so you're like, oh, I guess we get the ball back. But either way, I guess row 5. Hey, yo, row 5 to watch Donovan Mitchell. I guess this would have been right here, chat. Hey, yo. Boom, swooping around. Right here, boom, hits it. Wemby would have hit the 3 from right over here if it was an OKC. Ayo, not to remind the Thunder fans, but 24K chat. Ayo, so again, obviously just a reminder that if you're Miles Bridges, if you're Jalen, I guess even Jalen Brunson as well too. We got to call everybody out. Jalen Brunson 6 for 12, but all of his misses basically from 3, 0 for 5 from 3. We got Hart 0 for 4, Towns 0 for 2, Anunoby 1 for 4, and Bridges 0 for 1. And again, kind of an air ball as well. Clarkson is 1 for 1, so yeah, 2 for 19 from 3. Otherwise, 47% from the field, 42% from 3 for Cleveland, 42% from the field, 42% from the field, 38% from 3 for Cleveland. So, I think all things considered, New York probably, both teams are obviously feeling pretty okay at this point. New York's just going to have to hit a couple more threes. 3 minutes for Shamet. I was going to say, is Shamet the answer? Hey, yo. He hasn't taken one yet, so we'll have to see if they can work him into the game plan. I don't know. The Sohan, I don't know if our guy Sohan's going to be able to help him out there. It is what it is. Maybe Miles McBride gets on a little bit of a heater, potentially, but he also had kind of a bad miss as well. So, it might just be more of attack the basket and lock in defensively. Kind of see if you can contain Mitchell, because I guess he is up to 16 now as well too. 6 for 9. So trying to match Wemby for the best performance of the night. Hey, yo. I guess he's on pace right now for 30, 32, 6, 2, and 6. Oh, 6 steals is not bad. There we go. Hey, yo. So if he's able to keep up that type of a stat line, he's got sort of the Wemby situation going there, the two-way stat line. Wemby had, I guess Wemby didn't even have a ton of blocks last night. It was the 40-20 that was crazy. So, he could have a 35. Could he have a 35, 5, and 5? Not maybe the what do we say, when you go 5x5 game, because that'd be a little bit more rare. I don't think Mitchell's going to get 5 blocks, or I guess he would have to get 4 blocks in the second half. But he could go a 5x4 game, a 35 by 5 times 3 game, if that makes sense. Hey, yo. But either way, a 35, 5, 5, and 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. What are the stats? What are the stats? Impressive is basically the point. But either way, pacing and the efficiency as well too. For the case, like we're saying. But hey, we do have to give a little shout out as well too to a show that we have been paying a little bit of attention to. We did get sucked into a Netflix show a while back, His and Hers, with Tessa Thompson and John Bernthal. That was pretty good. And I guess I ended up firing up Netflix on again today. And I was like, I even forget exactly originally what I was going there for. Maybe for nothing. I don't even know. But they recommended this series, and it's called Nemesis. And in the promo for Nemesis, they had a bank robbery scene, and it has these robbers wearing the these jeweled masks. Hey, yo, I guess we could probably look it up. But it's like the Kanye, is it Virgil that made the mask? Hey, yo, I think it might have been. Let me look it up and see if that is correct. Where it's just basically just like entirely diamond studded, but I don't remember if that. Oh no, that's right. He had the red ski mask, I think is what I'm thinking about. But Ye did wear the masks on one of his tours, so they wear like this mask situation. Is this maybe like a? This is not like Daft Punk. Is it what's Daft Punk? I guess, do I need to be more familiar? I can admit I don't listen to Daft Punk. It is what it is. Oh, you don't listen to Daft Punk? I mean, I'll listen to the songs when they're on. You know, if they play somewhere, it is what it is. But I'm not saying I'm not queuing them up on my own. But Daft Punk's been. Oh, that's right. They've got the. Hey yo, they've got the like the visor situation. Yeah, I don't know about this one, chat. Hey yo. Hey yo. I feel like there is a group that I have seen with a little bit more of a sleeker mask situation, but either way, you know, this is about as good for artists. Oh, and like this right here, this is pretty cool. Ayo, I guess I don't know exactly what you call these masks. Just jewels, masks with jewels. Hey yo, it's not like a. I guess what's the mask and what's the dessert? Ayo, Chad's like a baklava. Ayo, ayo. Again, we just don't know words. It is what it is. What's the? Yeah, a baklava. Baklava is the pastry, right? Okay, so baklava is a rich layered pastry from the Middle East and Mediterranean, made with a phyllo dough, chopped nuts like walnuts and pistachios, and sweetened with syrup and honey. It's assembled with layery, buttery phyllo sheets. Okay, that does not sound bad, but baklava, you know, mask. Ayo, a balaclava. There it is, chat. Ayo. A balaclava. Okay, see, we learn something new every day. A balaclava is a ski mask and head and face covering, no phyllo dough, no buttery phyllo dough, unfortunately, in the balaclava. But the baklava, maybe something else, is primarily used to protect against elements during the cold weather and outdoor sports. Oh, very informative. But I guess it's not really that as well too. Do we go jeweled balaclava? Ayo. Jeweled balaclava. Let's see what. Okay, that's kind of it. That's kind of what we're looking for there on Etsy, chat. We can get this on Etsy for $69. We could probably just make this. This looks kind of handmade. I'm not gonna lie. The black rhinestone one. Here we go. This is looking pretty good right here. I don't know what the situation is gonna be. Oh yeah, a sparkle baklava, balaclava. Ayo. A sparkle balaclava. So are we allowed to just like wear this to work? It's just a statement. It's just a fashion piece. Hey yo. I guess that would probably start raising some questions. Oh, you could kind of wear it around your neck as well too. I was gonna say you can kind of have it as a neck situation. Hey yo, pause. But what do we have? It's buff? What does that mean? Buff? Oh, there's two versions, I guess. You can get a neck version, hey yo, pause, or a mask version. So I think we'd have to get the mask version. It is what it is. And would it just always look kind of shimmery like that? Maybe it would, honestly. We would have to go hood up. Balaclava with crystals. Rhinestone face mask. I mean, this is a rabbit hole that could be crazy. Oh, chat. Hey, yo. Low poly geometric mask. Hey, yo. Look at this mask corner here on the pod. It is what it is. Kind of looking cool, honestly. Not too shabby. What's the price for this thing? 5-star reviews. Hey, yo, everybody loves their mask. It really worked. I went into the bank and nobody saw me, and nobody has seen my identity since. Hey, yo. Is that like an SNL sketch, chat? Is there like a review situation where it's like this? I guess we'd have to think it out. I guess we'd have to form the idea. Hey yo. But there would be like maybe the guy is investigating a crime through the reviews. Hey yo. The criminal's like, yeah, I bought this. I bought these. I guess if we're going back to the gloves for the example, I bought these gloves again, and boy, do they work. No fingerprints on the scene whatsoever. Hey yo. Oh, chat, we got some different type of masks starting to appear here in the search. It is what it is. I guess, obviously, we tread lightly searching for the masks, but we want to use them in a heist sense. But I guess the show that we were talking about is Nemesis, and it is delivering, I tell you. it is delivering. Again, sometimes, a show like His and Hers was, I guess, that true crime type of show is not necessarily like a new formula, but it's a little twisty. It's something kind of keeping you engaging. Again, this is definitely kind of a comfort watch situation. Like, it's definitely some familiar beats of stories like a relentless LAPD cop becomes obsessed with taking down the master thief behind a string of daring heists, and only one can come out on top. I mean, it literally is like a Heat TV show, essentially. It's like they watched the rewatch. They were listening to the rewatchables. They were like, "Yes, we need to remake Heat with an all-black cast and make it a TV show." Boom, Netflix, sign me up. It is what it is. I mean, right away. And the first robbery was staged at like a rich party situation. So they break into this poker game, and every I guess their MO is every time their MO is different. So hey, see, your MO can't even be that your MO is different, because in these shows they'll figure it out right away. Was episode 1, they've got it nailed down. They're like, their MO is they were different, they move different every time. But they hit this party as like old-timey bank robbers, like with like bandanas, as and cowboy hats and stuff like that. But they are at the party, and you have the cop going in to investigate afterwards as well too. I guess they don't necessarily have like they have to take down the bodyguard or take down the security guard scene like you do in the armed car robbery right away, where it's like he was making a move, man. I had to get on him, man. And then they just have to clean out the whole crew. But they are able, of course, to continue going there. And the cop in this as well too is this Matthew Law that is starring as Isaiah Styles. He's the LAPD guy here, relentless, you would call him. He is definitely. I like that he is just like, if it was a Heat comparison, he is definitely the opposite of Pacino in Heat. Because he's like the coolest cop that's ever existed in any film or TV show. And especially when it comes to fashion as well too. He spent the entire first episode in a LeBron jersey. I don't know if we ever had a LeBron jersey in a show before. And I mean, make no mistake, there have been a lot of shows set in LA. I guess, has there been like a CW show that maybe they wore a LeBron jersey in or something like that? I guess, or a reality show doesn't count. That is real. That's real life. But you can't have like, some guys like bringing his own clothes to the set. Like, if you're on like Love Island, do you bring your own swim trunks? And like, don't forget to go to Turkey. Like, you only brought 3 shorts to Love Island. You're a fool. They're gonna just keep like, oh, he's back in his pink flower prints. Like, oh, he's got the pineapple ones out today. But do they provide you with a wardrobe? I guess. We need to figure this out. Do they provide wardrobe? Do they let you wear clothes? Do they provide wardrobe on reality shows? Do we just say Love Island specifically? I don't know. That feels like a pretty basic reality show to pick. For most reality shows, the contestants and cast members are required to provide their own wardrobe. While in certain genres like competition shows may provide uniforms, most cast members pack their own clothes based on strict. Whoa, so The Bachelor, you really do pack your own clothes. Wow, chat, that's crazy. So, I mean, they're just, I guess, really hitting the stores before this. Bachelor, Bachelorette contestants are responsible for all their own clothing, including formal gowns for rose ceremonies. Chat, that's whoa. I would mess that. I'm bringing one suit. I'm Pat Riley in this. We're getting. I guess you don't want to go out in one night. I guess that's not the goal, right? Like, we're gonna just get everybody eliminated in one night. Oh, chat, they're like a horror movie Bachelor. All of a sudden we're just we're terrorizing the house. We're like, what's our one costume? We show up in a Michael Myers mask. We're like, we're winning this thing tonight once and for all. We're not dragging this into a season. But what are we saying for Love Island? It says, while contestants bring their own bags, the show often provides supplemental wardrobe. from fast fashions or secondhand sponsors like eBay to keep outfits fresh. I'm gonna say at some point, what am I gonna like? What is some? I guess, hey yo, if you're, I guess if you're going on The Bachelor, you just make it happen. But like if I had to go on The Bachelor right now, I'd go to Ross and get like 2 pairs of sweatpants and be like, I guess this is what we got to make it work. Hey, yo, I guess we're just going to have to find a way to not be in clothes a lot on The Bachelor is essentially it, because we're going to run out of outfits, chat. Hey, yo, we're like, we need to keep, suggesting like a bunch of naked challenge. We don't have any outfits. Hey, yo, we're like, how about not a form? You don't want to do another formal dinner and get all dressed up. Forget about that. We'll just keep it light. Keep it so. But, I guess, what do we say? Real Housewives? Cast members are expected to fund and style their own looks, maintain their... I guess Real Housewives is different, though, right? Because it's like them living. So maybe there are some sponsor... And that would be different, right? That'd be the individual going to... companies would be like, we're sponsoring the individual, and then you're kind of, you're doing your own thing there. But that's different than, we're packing up and going to the island as well, too. And I don't know, chat. There's just something about... Especially that these are both specific things. Like, I don't know, like swimsuits and formal gowns. Like, I feel like those are things that would be, I guess you probably want to buy those as well too. But, those, having those provide, what a luxury. Hey, yo, just having those provided, I guess. But, I'm thinking like, but I'm also thinking again from my own perspective where it's like, I don't have to worry about thinking about any of that. Like, it's like they provide all my suits. Perfect. Hey, yo, all the swim trunks are provided. Great. Like, I just bring a couple of Spurs jerseys. Like we said, bring a couple of LeBron jerseys, and then you're good to go. But I guess in this show, Nemesis, like we're talking about, we got a LeBron jersey early on. It is what it is, and he's got a pretty fun. I guess I don't know what this Resident Evil situation is. Is that what Krieger is doing for his next movie, Resident Evil, or is Evil Dead? Hey, yeah, one of those horror situations. But yeah, can we get the LeBron jersey? I guess if there's any spoilers in these images, sorry, but I guess we're still not all the way through there, and I have kind of lost the plot, honestly. It's just been playing, so I don't really know what is happening at this point. And it seems, I guess we said Heat, it may be a little bit more Den of Thieves, like Den of Thieves, an homage to Heat, obviously, but doesn't have the secondary, because Heat is got, of course, the initial robberies, but it's got some more moving pieces from the bank robber side of things, versus in Den of Thieves, the crew is just a more stripped down tactical crew. Again, in De Niro's crew, you've got the John Voight character making moves. They go to the one guy's house in the wheelchair. He's planning heists for him. They have Van Sant's, buying back bonds and stuff. It's like, they've got a whole economy that they're working with here, versus Schreiber's just going into banks and taking money. Ayo, Donnie's just like going to Schreiber and just be like, will you just burst in here and take the... Schreiber's like, yeah, I gotcha. But there's no Van Sant character in Den of Thieves, if I'm mistaken. So if I unless I'm missing the twisty plots here by just watching this Cavs Knicks game, there doesn't seem to be the whole other infrastructure. It's just sort of the cat and mouse chase of cop and bad guy. But sign me up every time. And the idea, of course, of like rotating robber mask situation, I mean, I guess the town experiments that a little bit, but in some ways, I guess different MO every time. Would they have a different MO every time? Maybe it would be the same MO, just different looks, because they're going to operate in the same sort of tactical fashion every time. But, either way. And there was a scene as well. The scenes I remember are the scene with the LeBron jersey. And then there's a scene where he's with his kid out to lunch, and he's like, oh, don't forget, I keep the blower on me. And he shows him the gun. He shows him his gun. And then I forget, he gets a call and then has to go to work. He shows his kid his gun, and then he just drops some wisdom. It's just a fun scene. Just a fun scene. I don't even remember exactly. I think it was more the timing of when I looked up. And watched. I just look up and he's just eating at a diner with his kid. And he's just all of a sudden, he's just I got the blower on me. Hey, yo, or the the chainsaw. I forget what he said. The chainsaw. What piece of equipment did he call it? Hey yo, I guess it could be anything. The crowbar. Hey yo, he's like, I got the crowbar on the. I keep strapped up. It's like, hey yo, in the diner. I guess but he's on duty, so hey, we'll give him. Yeah, hey, I guess is Pacino carrying in Heat? I'm trying to remember if Pacino is carrying. Pacino just grabs the one guy by the eyeballs at that one time and just like throws him through the door. I don't really know if that's how that would work in real life. I don't know if Pacino's throwing anybody through any doors, but I mean that would be effective. Like if you're gonna cripple a guy, just grab him by the eyes and just feels like you could probably have the advantage at that point. But I mean there was a scene as well too. There was a scene at a graveyard where the bad guy and the cop. Wait, who's the bad? I guess I don't know the character name for the bad guy as well too. Like we said, the cop's name is Styles. We've got Styles and Wilder, Coltrane. That's it. They named him after, I guess, the jazz guy. Maybe could be a guess, but I guess I don't know why we have to guess, but also we could just say that's what it reminds us of. But either way. Coltrane versus Styles is the matchup here. So, and we have, I guess, some partners in crime as well too. And they do, I'd say Quincy Isaiah. So they have the guy that plays Magic in the Lakers series as well. I don't know if I've seen him in too much besides then. So. Good to see him cast in other stuff. And then there was a scene where they were at like a graveyard doing like the diner scene confrontation where he was like, I almost just did the Chris Ryan, Wayne Jenkins impersonation. I'm going to put you away for a long time, big boy. I guess it wasn't necessarily that, but it was close. 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. It rips, chat. Hey, yo. This show definitely gets a recommend. That is for sure. Again, like we're saying, it's that Den of Thieves in a TV show format. Hey yo, like how is that not going to be a win? So I guess we'll see if it's. I don't know if it's supposed to be limited season. It said one season. I don't know if it's supposed to be limited or not. But maybe judging based on the him and hers type of thing, it could be I guess we're not as locked in with like Netflix dropping limited releases all the time, but we're definitely starting to check them out more and more. And there was a scene where the cop was interrogating this guy here, Trey Hale Darren, and he had him in like the back of an ambulance. And this happened just a moment ago, and it had me shook. If you heard me stumble, I guess one of the many reasons we're stumbling around. But hey yo, outside of IT being distracting as well too sometimes, but either way, we did have him interrogating this guy in an ambulance, and he like ripped open his bandage and like started like pressing open his wound and was like, tell me where he's at, tell me where Cody's at. I was like, whoa, hey yo, like he was really going for it there, and they were really they were really showing it. Hey yo. It is what it is. And shout out Darren. He was just like gritting through it. He was like, I'm not going to tell you where he's at. Hey, yo. But wait, he becomes obsessed with taking down a master thief behind a string of daring heists, and only one come out on top. So, hopefully we get answers soon. I think it's 8 episodes. I don't know if we're going to get to episode 8 while we're here, but either way, we can report back and let you know. But definitely highly recommend Nemesis on Netflix. If for some reason you're watching this but haven't seen the #1 show on Netflix right now, throw it on. Hey yo, take a little recommendation from the Rem and Sam pod. The #1 show on Netflix right now, not bad. It is what it is, but it does work. And again, there was nothing that I was gonna click on quicker than that heist with the jeweled masks. I was like, well, I guess I'm just watching all 8 episodes now. It is what it is. So, that could just be a trailer in every movie. They could just have a guy in every trailer just all of a sudden just show up with like the jeweled mask, and I'd be like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to go see this. Hey, yo, I guess I have to. If Doctor Doom shows up wearing the jeweled masks, hey, yo, then all of a sudden the jeweled baklavas, or what, balaclava? Hey, yo. I guess not some baklava. I guess what do they go for in Avengers shawarma? Maybe they'll go for some baklava afterwards. Hey yo, Doctor Doom, is he kind of from the where did Doctor Doom grow up? Maybe they had baklava over there. I guess it was more Eastern Europe, right? Not the Mediterranean. Not like the Middle East. Hey yo, I think is Doctor Doom from Lithuania? Hey yo, is him are him and Porzingis the same nationality? Hey yo, is Porzingis from the same country as Doctor Doom? I guess I don't think he was exactly from. What was the name of Doctor Doom's country, Chad? Hey yo, I'm not gonna get that trivia question. That is for sure. Maybe, after we had read it the first time, there would have been a couple-minute window there where that knowledge would have been retained. But right now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of blanking. We're gonna need an origin story in Doomsday. Hey, yeah, or Doom's Secret of Doom. What's it called? Hey, yo, Secret of the Doom. Hey, yo, did they just name it after Indiana Jones? Is that what it's called, Chet? Indiana Jones. Is it Secret of the Tomb? Temple of Doom? Hey, yo, I guess it could be. It could be something. I don't know if the Marvel franchise, the Indiana Jones tone is the right tone. I mean, again, it's sort of adventurous, but sort of thriller-esque. I mean, it definitely gets kind of crazy. Obviously, the scene where the guy's face melts off is pretty intense. But I guess do we have to worry about spoiling Indiana Jones? I don't know. I've always been on the other side of those things where I'm the guy that never has seen the movie. So I'm kind of always in the perspective of talking about movies, everybody else has seen it. But, now I'm kind of getting to the point where, hey, yo, we like going back and, watching older movies. Obviously we've just seen more now over time. And, as as a next generation of movie fans, like maybe they haven't gotten to Indiana Jones yet. Maybe Indiana Jones is not like a must-see type thing. Or is it being shown to everybody when they're kids? And it's just like one of those things that everybody has to throw on. Like Ghostbusters. Hey, yo, did they just we're just keep bringing up the rewatchables pod. It is what it is. But they just did Ghostbusters recently on there. And that one is one of those sneaky, if we did an all-time movie power rankings, would Ghostbusters be I don't even know what the criteria for the power ranking would be. But it just would be could Ghostbusters be the 15th, power ranked 15th most powerful movie of all time? Is it a top 20 most powerful movie? Again, just considering the replay value and everybody kind of has to watch this over the course of their life. I'm trying to look this up, but Spotify's not. You'd think Spotify would load a Ringer podcast. Hey, yo, of all the shows, but apparently not. It is what it is. I'm pretty sure. Oh, they did Borat this week? Hey, yo, that is a funny one, Chad. That is a funny one. So, yeah, Tropic Thunder. Oh, there's something about Mary, I guess they did, and then Ghostbusters. Just to think about movies as well too. But yeah, that one is obviously that could be a more. I don't think in the moment. Oh, I guess I don't know. Was it bigger in the moment than Indiana Jones? I mean, we're talking about two of the biggest movies of all time in the moment. Some of the biggest cultural drops. Cavs up by 9 now, as well too, 63-54. So Donovan Mitchell continuing to steal the show here, as well. Brunson with 14, Mitchell with 22. Hey, yo. So again, we were Shea, I guess in some ways, obviously. Shea versus Wemby, not going Shea's favor. After one game, Shea, I guess, do we say Shea was going into the series as the better player? But you do, because he just literally won the MVP. But, again, I don't know if that would have been the build the team around expectations. But we literally just said it minutes ago that we would have had Brunson over Mitchell. So, this could be a proven series there. But like we said, Mitchell is one of those sneaky playoff guys. He is a consistent playoff scorer, and his teams have always won multiple playoff rounds. So, I guess he could. It's more so, is he gonna, again, are the Cavs gonna win the finals? Are the Cavs gonna be the team in the finals, or is Mitchell just gonna, continue to slowly creep forward in what he accomplishes in the playoffs? Now it's 7 games in the conference finals and playing really well. And now maybe versus obviously just performances, high scoring in earlier rounds as well. The trailer for the new Scary Movie, chat. Hey, yo. They just showed Sinners, Weapons, and The Substance as movies that they're making fun of. So, you know, it's a heavy hitter lineup of parody movie scenes that we're going to be getting there. But, and, you know, I guess obviously it's been a good time for horror movie as well, too. So, good time for Scary Movie to have stuff to make fun of there. But Mobley 10 points, kind of second in scoring. Honestly, that is encouraging alone. Not even 10 points is, you know, that great. I guess at this point in the game, it's pretty good. But just the fact that he's second in scoring, hey, yo. Everybody else is so balanced that, you know, Mobley's 10 is second best. But 4 for 8 as well, too. Second most field goal attempts. Efficient throughout the game. 7 rebounds here. 3 assists, 2 turnovers. Not too bad stat line. So, you know, definitely having him take that next step forward. Again, Towns being on teams now that have been made multiple. I guess who are we just saying that? Oh, Strus. We said Strus is that guy. Like Towns, you know, with Minnesota making the conference finals run with him there. New York making it last year. New York making it again this year. You know, his impact in the league has definitely been felt. But, you know, I don't know if you would say Mobley is on Towns' level, but maybe he does ascend up there into this type of playoff series. Again, I don't know if he's playing, you know, a Towns-ish level of game, you know, the best versions of Towns that we've seen him play in some games. I guess Towns tonight, you know, 1 for 5 from the three-point line, so he's going to need to get a little bit more consistent there. Hart with 13 points so far, 5 for 11 from the field, and Brunson 6 for 12 as the main field goal guys so far for New York. But yeah, we have like we're saying, Mobley having a good offensive night tonight, and Allen 4 for 6 from the free throw line as well too. Hasn't made a field goal, but has managed to convert all of his free throws here. So here we go. About 7 minutes left in the half, or in the third quarter, as Brunson initiating offense to start here for the Knicks, and now Towns posting up, doing a little one-handed situation. Hey yo, whoa. Hey yo, just letting them run the play. Okay, getting a stoppage here. What's going on? Was this a foul? What happened? Mitchell, somebody got a foul? I don't know. But, and Mitchell is continuing to get the steal. Did we say 6 steals tonight was going to be the goal? He is there. Hey, yo, so career high game in steals for him as well. I guess a better defensive player than Wembanyama now in this conference finals section of the playoffs. Because if we're just comparing the stats, I guess maybe but I guess we do have to consider the altered shots as well too, not just blocks, because they did show the stats last night of Wemby where it was the field goal percentage on and off, and how dramatic the difference was, where it was like 16 for 50 at one point, and then when he was off the court, it was 10 for 16. Like they were 60% from the field when he's not there, and then 30% from when he is. Like a best to worst type of difference. You know, sometimes, you know, sometimes it feels like they force some basic stats like that where you're like, oh, they go from best to worst when their entire lineup is off the court. It's like, well, probably. But, you know, for Wemby, it's like, yep, nope. When he's out there, they're literally the worst offensive, not the worst, but, you know, their efficiency really, really plummets. And when he's not, they immediately bounce back to being the best team in the league again. And some of that is mental as well. But Towns with the kick ball. James Harden with the a lazy pass. Hey, yo, the grimace. It is what it is. I almost said, can we say throwing us a face, chat? Hey, yo. I don't know if that's a appropriate saying or not in 2026. But again, they haven't gotten Strus or Morel going. So here we go. Strus just firing up a 28-footer for no reason. Oh, Allen with the rebound, though. Back to Strus, who can't handle it. And I guess the Cavs do have a 9-point lead. We have to dial in. I'm mentally thinking, like, the Cavs need to step up here. Hey, yo, lock it. I mean, obviously they do. You know, game 1, you got to close out this in MSG. Still got an important fourth quarter up ahead here. But they still also have the lead, so we do have to respect the effort that they built there. Merrill, the corner 3, sidestep. Oh, chat. That was smooth. That was smooth. I'm not going to lie. He definitely, kind of had the confidence that he knew that one was going in almost. You could see him in the walk back that he knew that was going to be a make. But that was that was about as smooth of a sidestep as you're going to get right there. It is what it is. Oh, chat. Hey, yo. No spoiler, but man down or Nemesis. It is what it is. I'm not going to say who. I'm not even going to say, I guess... I've lost the plot at this point. I know I've got to figure out who some of these characters are. Hey, yo. I honestly don't know who either of the characters in this scene are at this point. I feel like these are newer introduced guys. Okay, we're maybe back to some original characters now. But, the LA camera stuff has been good. At this point, hey, yo. Am I not a car guy, chat? Is this a Camaro or a Mustang? I think it's a Mustang. I don't know. It's not the Mustang SUV. But we've got no logo situation on the front. We need him to drive away. Hey, yo, I need to see the tail lights. I should know cars better than this. He's got it so kitted out, though, that it looks good. But the leather jacket, hey, I'm in chat. Hey, yo, best dressed cop of all time. You got to give him his credit. Because, again, the relentless obsessed cop is usually like an unorganized, disheveled, grimy, cigarette smoker, like kind of, like gross type of guy. Like he's like, no, he's like, I'm cool, but I'm obsessed. It is what it is. And he's like, I'm sorry I'm not gonna be there for another family occasion, but I've got to take my LeBron jersey and go solve this crime. Hey, yo, pull up in the Anthony Davis. I guess, again, is it LeBron or is it LA? Like, and honestly as well, like, not to call out the show, but how do you not have the Kobe jersey there? They did have a little Nipsey Hussle mural shot at one point, and the music on this show has been good as well too. The first 3, I guess we also paid attention to the first 3 songs that has locked in. We were eating breakfast this morning, but they start off for the party scene with "Sending My Love," to ya. I guess not like that, but the remastered version anyways. And then the next song was "Ambitions for Cash" by Key Glock. I don't know if Key Glock has ever had a song used in a TV show before. Maybe I haven't again, I guess I don't, or a movie. I should say a movie because we don't really watch TV shows. But I don't know if Key Glock has ever had a song used in a movie. Anyways, if it has been in TV shows, like we're saying, we wouldn't know because we're not venturing into that world, but the world of TV. But would they have used it on like Succession or something? I doubt it. But maybe there was I don't know. They go to a club at some point, like hey yo. I guess it doesn't have to be in a club, but I'm just trying to think like what TV show would they have played Key Glock, and I guess not even just that song as well to any other Key Glock. Nothing against Key Glock, but it just doesn't seem like the most first. It's not the first guess, it's not the first guess. It lets you know that they're locked in. It lets you know that they're locked in, and then they go Key Glock again. Speaking of Nipsey Hussle, right to grinding all my life, sacrifice, hustle, paid a price. That's right. Hey yo. So, shout out to Locked In. And for the first 3 songs here, I guess I lost track of what the 4th one was after a while. But we'll fire up the playlist, I guess, maybe on the next workout, the Nemesis playlist, because it's definitely a great collection of hits. Oh, was he driving around to Black Superman after that? I guess that was maybe the 5th or 6th song. It was pretty soon up. But yeah, it was him in the LeBron jersey and in the car, shout out, appropriate. But again, it really is checking all the boxes. It is checking all the boxes. It's a great watch. He's got a secret investigating board as well too. He has that in the first episode where he like is not assigned to the crime, but he's secretly investigating it, and he pulls out the board connecting all the evidence. But then the chief walks in while he's looking at it, so he has to quickly hide it, and then the chief gives him advice as well too. The chief like knows what his schedule is because he's like gives him all this like has this like career discussion about, oh, you should be on the case, you should be this, blah 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 blah. Then he's like, actually, shouldn't you be at dinner with your lady right now? She said 7 o'clock. It's like, oh well, shout out the police chief. Hey yo, Locked In knows everybody's schedule, keeps everybody's going. Hey yo, imagine Imagine if my boss was like, what about that date you had? What? Hey, yo. Like, how do you know? What's going on? You know, how tapped it? I guess maybe he probably just requested it off. Right? He submit it through the police time off app, investigation app. And he's like, oh, I need 7 p.m. on Tuesday night off because we're gonna be on a date. Hey, he's like, oh, I thought you requested a night off. He's like, that's right. That's probably why in that scene he had the leather jacket on over the LeBron jersey. He's like, we got the date. But you know, he's looking at the secret evidence board there. You love anytime anybody has an evidence board is always a win. But if it's a secret evidence board where they have to reveal it, like they have to push something away to reveal it, this is more of a mini one. This is more of a mini one where it is. Okay, wait. Let's see what episode we're going to here. It just ended. The 2 more to go. Okay, so this is 7, 8. Is that right? How does Netflix say that? So 2 more to go would be 7, 8 or 6, 7, 8. Hey, yo, did we just want to say 6, 7? I accidentally said it. It is what it is. But what are we saying after that? I guess 74-62. Hey, yo, is Cleveland gonna close them out here? Put the throat on the. Hey, what's the saying, Chet? The foot on the throat. There it is. Hey, yo. Hopefully the Knicks don't like that sort of thing. Hey, yo. Whoa. But it does seem like they are, slowly but surely starting to add to the lead here. But chat, we've got our guy Coltrane showing up to cause chaos here, and a great name as well too. You could definitely had lead into the jazz musician thing for names for the entire thing. That could have been a good code name situation in some ways. I'm trying to think of what you had in the Saints. What you have Saints in the town. What do they have in the town? Hey, yo. I guess like coded code names is maybe a little underused. Like where everybody is the same collective. We're gonna have to do research, the history of code names in movies. That would be a piece, chat. That would be a piece. Somebody needs to do the work. Hey, yo, I guess we'll step up. We'll step up and go watch all the movies and do the work. It is what it is. But hey yo, chat, we're gonna mute and throw on net. We got the closed caption says tense music. Hey yo, this scene's going crazy right now. Oh, the camera work on the gun. Oh, chat. Hey yo, I guess no spoilers. Hey yo, we won't spoil anything. We'll just keep watching this game. 13 points. Oh, Amos, chat. Is that Amos? We're going to have to go back and figure out when Amos got introduced into this show. Like I said, I think, honestly, after... Ooh, chat! Oh, a little mystery here now. A little mystery. Oh, is it? It has to be... Oh, chat. Hey, how do I not know the difference between a Mustang and a Camaro? Hey, yo. How am I not a car? We're talking about the most basic cars here. Nemesis car. Hey, yo. I feel like Fast and Furious is... like the early Fast and Furious where they're working on some of those street cars. Those are the type of cars that you might have to be a little bit locked in to know about. Again, it is obviously if you're familiar with the franchise, if you're familiar with the stuff over time, you're going to learn that. But initially you may have to learn. In 2026, the Heist Series Nemesis high-end mastermind Coltrane Wilder utilizes a golden Torcel with clean plates. No, what is the cop drive? Hey, yo. A golden Torcel is specifically mentioned as a vehicle acquired for the crew's activities. No. Oh, it's not a Hellcat. Hey, yo, that one we would know. Is it a Challenger? Maybe it is a Challenger. Hey, yo. I guess images here. How do we not have an image of this car? It is a fun car. It is definitely one of the better movie cars. Hey, yo. We just have to start looking up cars. Okay, car corner. Let's see. I'm assuming it's newer. Is this a wide body kit? Low to the ground? Hey, yo. A non-car guy now. I have to figure out what's going on. Camaro? See, it might be a Camaro. It's got no logo, though. It's got no logo. Oh, Camaro's also doing an SUV? Oh, chat. Hey, yo. I don't know what that means, but I guess that feels like something that car people complain about. So I'm going to get mad. Let's not do that. But virtual 2026 Camaro? Now that is a... I guess I don't know. I don't know. Is that cool? It feels like, pause. What do we got? American in the front, European in the back, Chad? I mean, in theory, that sounds good. In theory, that sounds good, but I don't know. The mesh of that maybe wasn't the best. This is not the best execution of American in the front, European in the back. If that makes sense. I don't know if this is AI or if this is real concept here, but it does seem like the Camaro SUV is a real thing. A Camaro boat? Hey, yo. Shout out. But yeah, first ever 2026 Camaro SUV. Okay, so I guess does that mean the Camaro car is oh, here is the 2026 Camaro render takes aim at what? I don't know. But here, what do we say? Camaro. It's not a Corvette. Hey, almost like what's the other Chevy there? I guess 2026 Mustang. Do they have a Mustang other than the SUV as well? Oh, it's not a. Oh, is it? It's a Mustang. It has to be a Shelby. It has to be this one right here. It's this, but it's blue and black. Blue on the main part, black on the stripe. But it has to. It's basically this kit. It has to be. Ayo, IT, put a Google Lens up to the TV screen to the screen next time that car pops up and see if we can find it. Is that car on Carvana? Ayo, do they have monthly payments? How much can we? How many months if we like $15-20 a month for the car? Ayo, can we rig the system? They didn't think about that. We'll only pay him $20 a month, and then I can have a Camaro. Ayo. And then I'll just, I'll leave it somewhere and stop paying when I'm done. That's how it works, right? But either way, for Mitchell now, up 13. Oh, make it 15. I think Robinson's going to get him with the goaltend. It is what it is. Unfortunately, the Mitchell-Robinson paint presence, I don't know if that's going to stop, Donovan Mitchell. Hey, yo, Mitchell on Mitchell, chat. Pause. I guess it is. We're real clever over here at the Rem and Sam Pod. We have name association, Mitchell and Mitchell. But Mitchell of Mitchell and Mitchell is now at the free throw line. So I guess not necessarily the strength of his game. 12 for 33 from the free throw line. What's he got? Wemby guarding him when he's out there, chat? Hey, yo. But I guess we'll see if he can get to 50% tonight if he makes both of these. Oh, never mind. It is what it is. But yeah, it has to, like we're saying, it has to be the Mustang that he's driving, the GT with the kit on it. Here, let's look up the Charger just in case, because it could be a Charger. It's definitely not a Challenger. We do know that. It could be a Charger potentially. No, I don't think it is. I think we figured it out. Yeah, no, it's not a Charger. It's not a Charger. Okay, I figured I did know, but the no logo was throwing me off. Wait, so do we have to go back? Did that Mustang have a logo on it? Or is it logoless? Oh, it might be logoless. I don't know. But this one here, the Shelby, I guess. But yeah, whatever it was, it doesn't have the little snake on the front, or I guess any type of graphic work on the body as well too. Hey, yo. But and maybe it looked like a thinner grill. We have to get this car back up here. He needs to come ripping through. How have we not? We need like a car chase scene. Is that car gonna get destroyed at the end of the show? Oh, chat, what a bummer. What a bummer. Doesn't that happen to Wick's car in the show? He has a couple of classic cars in the show, in the movie. He has a couple of classic cars. But when the Mustang goes down, chat. Hey, yeah. I mean, that's right up there with anything that. We unfortunately we don't spend any time with the wife. We spend time with the car. Hey, yo. We hate to say it. We're only talking about the plot of that movie. It is what it is. But either way, we love John Wick's wife, chat. Hey, yo. I guess, do we say that? Now John Wick's going to hunt us down? See, there's no way to win. I guess moral of the story, chat, keep John Wife's name out your mouth. It is what it is. If there's anybody's name that you want to keep out your mouth, it's John Wick's wife. Hey, yo, make no mistake. I almost, how many people even have, said the phrase John Wick's wife? Hey, yo, I feel like it's, does she have a name? Hey, yo, we start talking like Kelly Wick. What was her name? Her name would have been Mrs. Wick, right? Was John Wick his professional name, or was it his actual name? Was his birth certificate name Jonathan Wick? Because we do know it is Jonathan. The old guy, who's it, Ian McShane, Ian McShane just calls him Jonathan the entire time. But what do we see here? John Wick. Can we see if his wife has a name? Hey, yo. Just for the quiz, the trivia question of it. Ah! The cast, we got Bridget Moynihan as Helen. Oh, he does. Oh, that's right. He does say that, doesn't he? Does he say Helen? Hey, yo, how does John Wick talk? What does he say? I'm thinking I'm back. Hey, yo, obviously some of the best acting that Keanu Reeves has ever done in his career. But, yeah, does he say Helen? It's not quite, obviously, Stallone going, you know, what's the name of his? Adrian! But, you know, I think he does give us a good Keanu Reeves. Helen. Hey, yo. But, Helen, so her name was Helen Wick? Also, Bridget Moynihan? Hey, yo. Why is that Ayo, chat. We'd have to. Okay, part of Tom Brady 2004. I was like, why does that name also sound familiar, as well too? So I guess known for, celebrity relationships and guest appearance in John Wick. It is what it is. But is guest appearance the right term? What do you call somebody who, that's the worst. I don't know if that's the best or the worst type of casting to get, because like her entire presence hangs over all the movies. Like, her death in some ways is, the thing that is obviously the inciting thing. Like, it causes him to get the dog. Like, she gets him the dog. And then it's just the emotional, damage of the entire situation. If the dog had died but she had been still around, it probably would have been upset. But I'm sure that, he may have been able to get past it. Like, it's the emotional damage of all of it that leads him to snapping. And then I guess, they steal his car. They, again, it's also just more... Those guys needed to go. It is what it is. Oh, chat. Ayo, do they got Styles? They got Styles in for investigation in Nemesis right now. Is that the last turn? That would have been a turn in Heat. Ayo, if they bring in Pacino for investigation. Ayo, they're like, okay, now all of a sudden, like, who's the one cop that's with him there, chat? All the time. I'm not exactly certain of that guy's name. There's the one not old guy. There's the one white guy that dies in the shootout. Hey, yo, R.I.P. But who is the other cop? McKelty Williamson, if I'm getting the name right, is the sidekick cop for Pacino in this movie. He's the guy that when he's like in the "Give me all you got" scene, he's the guy that's like what does he say? Something about, junkie ripping meth all the time or something like that. He's like, I can't stand making bad. I forget what that guy. We're gonna have to. I guess I'll rewatch the scene again. It is what it is. But he's going there for it as well too. The problem is Pacino is obviously so what do you say, taking up so much space in that scene that obviously it's difficult to pay attention to anybody else. But and by the time I get to Phoenix, he'll be rising. He'll probably leave a note on the door. Hey, yo. It is what it is. By the time we get to the fourth quarter, chat, the Sqaure will be rising. He'll probably hit a 3 here and score. Oh, chat, he missed. He missed. Donovan Mitchell missed. But it's 83-68. So New York, the $10,000 New York bummed out. 10,000. Hey, yo, chat, imagine. It is what it is. We just like making fun of rich New York celebrities for losing games. Win the games in Cleveland when they're on the road, and the $700 front court tickets in Cleveland. Hey, yo, how much? $250 to sit front row in Cleveland. That's right. They're giving them away. They're begging you to show up. It is what it is. I think we're gonna be at the game, chat. Hey, yo. That's how the NBA would really be down bad. It's like we gotta get the Remington pot at the game here, but and fortunately, the finals in Cleveland or the Eastern Conference Finals in Cleveland is still in a good enough spot that they don't need us to be covering it. Hey, yo, they're like they're all we've got for media, the Remington pod. But if it ever goes to that, chat, make no mistake that they've got a friend in us. It is what it is. I guess a friend, but at least a watcher, at least somebody who's watching. A friend of basketball. Hey, yo, right? But also the NBA. NBA is pretty fun. We can't lie. It is what it is. But yeah, we got. I guess now we've taken a Batman turn in Nemesis. A little Dark Knight interrogation scene here. I don't know. Is she gonna Don't start with the head. Ayo. Whoa, pause. Ayo, I guess that wouldn't be very professional. I guess, oh, Chad, that's a different version of the, ayo. That's a much different version of the movie. It is what it is. Oh, don't start with the head. Ayo. Ayo. Joker gets, Batman's like, oh, I'm not freaky like that. Whoa. Ayo. Joker's like, don't get all sensitive about it. He's like, it's okay. It's like, oh, I'm Batman. It's a real journey of self-discovery for Batman. It is what it is. Okay, chat, fourth quarter. We've got New York down 14. What happened to the Knicks? Yo. I guess a little rusty. They weren't rusty in the first. The rest over rust apparently only mattered for halftime. It didn't matter the week off, but they go to half for one half for one. They go to half for one time. Yo, how does that work? I guess that does kind of work. They go to half for one time and they all of a sudden can't play in the third quarter. It is what it is. But fourth quarter, Knicks, Cavs. We'll see if New York is able to do a little bit of a miracle run. We can't count it out. A little 11-0 burst or something like that. It feels like Brunson and Towns could have a little moment here. So we'll see fourth quarter of Eastern Conference Finals Game 1 right after this. All right, chat, we are back as the fourth quarter is underway here. 85-69, of course, is the score. Harden at the free throw line on our TV matches now what we see on the ESPN screen behind us here. So Alvarado in the game. Feels like they haven't really gone to Alvarado yet as well. Maybe looking for a little bit of a spark. Honestly, could be that, just in general provides energy. Could be, offense, hit a couple of three-pointers, get a steal. But Towns, who traveled and now turns it over to start the quarter, not, great couple of possessions for him here as well. Harden, fortunately, gets a little out of control in transition, and they are going to get it back. But it was him defensively. I guess, did he kind of smack? Oh, no, he got him there. He picked him clean, chat. Hey, yo. Pick, pull, Robin clean. Hey, yo. Definitely, obviously Sinners has got a lot of great songs in it. That one, I don't, it's a weird, catchy song, chat. It gets stuck in your head, but I don't know if I like it. It is what it is. But again, obviously it's a great soundtrack, so, shout out. But, what are we saying? Pick poor Karl Towns clean, chat. He got him. James Harden, I guess I would say he might be a vampire, but I don't think so. I think there's other NBA players right now that are, who's been playing for forever and, ageless, and their game doesn't seem like it's changed over time. James Harden's game is the most evolving game of anybody's. Hey, yo. He'll literally go from in shape to out of shape over the course of the season. He'll go from all-star to tradable in, the course of a week. All of a sudden he is, the second best player on a team. Is like James Harden's ripping off 28, 8, and 8. And it's like, oh, now all of a sudden he's, 288 pounds. He needs to be traded. Hey, yo. But, either way, what do we say? A little bit different than a vampire. A vampire, what do we say? Consistent, over time, chat. I don't know. Our vampire is consistent. It is what it is. We might have to do some research there. Maybe James Harden a little more of a werewolf for the game. Kind of the crazy transformations. I don't know. Is there a midnight situation? Is Game 7 like midnight for James Harden? Hey, yeah. Once it's, I guess, but if it would be midnight, maybe that would be a good thing. Like going crazy, we'd be like, having good performances. I don't know. What monsters equal NBA performances? We'll have to do that's another paper, another research paper we'll have to work on. But a turnover by New York again, chat. Hey, yo, they might get to 20 turnovers here in the game. They were at 14 a minute ago, so 16. There we go. Boom, stat check for ESPN. Perfect. 16 turnovers. James Harden for 3. So thankfully for the Knicks, a couple of, James stymies the offensive possessions at this point. Schroeder as well too. A little, I'll kind of take my turn on the offensive side. Okay, there we go. Towns gets the offensive rebound. We had actually a couple of guys that time for New York crashing the glass. So, maybe they can get a little bit of an advantage there on the glass. If Allen's not in the game, that is probably something that maybe Towns should be able to have an advantage on in Mobley over. Again, whether or not it will happen, but it's definitely something that I would give him a skill set advantage in. And, even Josh Hart as well, too. Known rebounder Josh Hart. Hey, yo. Oh, they're bringing in Shamet now for McBride. Hey, yo, OG on the bench. So, wait, do they have Shamet and Alvarado in the game at the same time now? Are they going fully crazy? Mike Woodson did look up at the screen as the fourth quarter started. He looked up at the Jumbotron and did one of these. He did like a squint to sort of sprinkled his face. Like, what's going on in this game? But so he's like, oh, let me just sub in everybody else that we haven't played yet and see what happens. No, he's got Clarkson and Shamet in the game. Alvarado did not last long, chat. Hey, yo. It is what it is. So he's just going to try a quick rotation of guys through the fourth quarter and see what happens. Do we see Payacom Diate? Oh, and Clarkson just fouls Dean Wade for 3 in the corner. Actually, a 4-point play. Dean Wade hits the 3, and Clarkson gets the foul. So unfortunately, Mike Brown. Did I say Mike Woodson? Hey yo, I did say Mike Woodson earlier, didn't I? Mike Brown. Hey yo, shout out to Mike Woodson though. I mean, respectable coach in his own time, but great, Mike Brown as well. But either way, that is tough. Now 89-71. All of a sudden, we're looking at an 18-point lead with 8 minutes left in the quarter. Do the Knicks need to be down by 20 before they make the comeback deficit? But they're 4 for 25 here from 3, so they would need to definitely switch that the total opposite way. Towns now continues his rough fourth quarter. The missed layup at the basket, kind of playing for a foul. Oh, Donovan Mitchell hits a 3 as Towns is trying to contest the other way. 21-point game. Hey, yo. 29 for Donovan Mitchell. Who would have thought that the Cavs would have been the more dominant team of the game one of the finals, chat? The Cavs are the most. I was saying earlier, the Cavs have no shot at winning. Hey, yo. Fast forward to the fourth quarter, the Cavs are now the best team in the league. What happened, chat? How quickly the turntables turn. Hey, yo. I don't know if, I guess Mitchell, again, has gone crazy. I don't know if the Cavs themselves have been that impressive, but for what it has been tonight, it's been perfect because New York has not really done anything. The second half, to be honest. How many points do they have here in the fourth? To start, they have 4. So they have 27 points here in the second half in total. And, we're only a couple minutes into the fourth here so far, but still, they are definitely, like we're saying, not really showing up here in the second half. It is what it is. We got to call them out. They're not showing up. Brunson, hey, yo. You were cooking in that first half. What happened there? What happened? Mitchell kept going. Mitchell's at 30. He was at 16, so he's keeping up his consistent half performances there. Probably going to continue to add a couple more points would be my guess. But okay, there we go. Brunson with the floater. I was gonna say we're gonna need the takeover mode here. That cuts it to 20. Hey yo, I mean again, how these NBA scores can just get out of control. Oh, Shamit! All of a sudden the pressure on Donovan Mitchell. Hey yo. Trying to get the turnover. It looks like they're going to give Mitchell a ball back, but it turns out the Mitchell stopper. Hey, I'll let Donovan Mitchell there. NBA playoff history, most points per game in career ones. Michael Jordan, Iverson, and then Donovan Mitchell? Whoa. Hey, yo. And then Luka, number 4. I guess I don't know if that's, some volume in there as well, too. Just game ones played, still a little bit more of a limited amount. And then, just him getting that scoring opportunity as well. But Mobley getting subbed out. Is Dean Wade getting subbed in for Mobley? Wait, Jalen Tyson? Who's going in the game now? Hey, yo. I guess 20 points, maybe you could take some liberties with some of the players that you play. But we may have to have a Brunson takeover here if we, if you're New York at this point. And I was thinking, do you have to take Towns out as well? Do you run Anunoby at the 5? They have Towns in and Anunoby right now. I guess you wouldn't take Towns out, but it's just a minute to sit him down. Hey, yo, settle down. The man's been going crazy here in the fourth quarter. And Shamit with the 3-pointer. So he has been a little bit of a what do we say, a calming force for him here as well. And they do cut the lead to 17. It's still a little bit of a climb back. But now it's his effort, his offensive movement. Oh, chat. Oh, Mitchell. Hey, yo. Mitchell just got Bridges leaning. Hey, yo. I don't know what we call that. Is it a crossover? It was like he caught it and then jab stepped one way and then just Mikal Bridges just tumbling backwards. Hey, yo. We call it dancing with the stars is what we call it. Mitchell's got these guys crossing over. But, it wasn't necessarily like the actual crossover move itself. But either way, it's going to go in the highlights. So, I mean, chat, hey, yo, who needs LeBron? Donovan Mitchell, now the second greatest Cav of all time. I guess, Kyrie Irving did hit that 3 in the finals. So there are some other guys there as well too. Brad Daugherty. But outside of LeBron and Kyrie, make no mistake, shout out to, like we're saying, some of those 80s Cavs guys. Like, I love the guys in that team, but they didn't necessarily have, like, the most successful playoff runs year after year. Again, they got stopped short by Jordan a couple times. Like, what do you do? Hey, you run into early Jordan, and, you just have to deal with that. But, again, Mitchell, what he's able to do as an individual player on the team is he's definitely the most impressive individual player that the Cavs have had, not named LeBron and Kyrie, if that makes sense, right? Because I don't know if we saw that version of Kevin Love by the time he had got to Cleveland. By the time I get to Cleveland, he'll be rising. Ayo, unfortunately not Kevin Love's. Oh, chat. I hate to say it. No, that's unfair. That some of that could be, again, how he was, how he was used in Cleveland, but he was just a different player as well too in Cleveland than he was in chat. What did I just hit on the remote? Hey, am I sitting on it? Oh no. I don't want to launch the wrong channel. Get the Apple TV out of here. Can we cancel this with okay, there we go. Boom. He just became a different player. By the time he got to Cleveland, he became a different player. He'll probably leave his contract on the door. I guess we don't know what that means. But anyway, I would say, again, shout out to Daugherty. Donovan Mitchell's probably a little bit better than Daugherty. Maybe? I don't know. I guess we need to fire up a Daugherty game tonight, chat. Hey, we keep talking about how much we love the Cavs. We haven't gone to that YouTube channel that we've talked about before and fired up a Brad Daugherty era Cavs game. Daugherty, Nance, Price, Elo. Hey, I mean, they're stacked, like we're saying. They're good to go. Did they have Tom Chambers? There was a fifth guy. Price, Elo, Daugherty, Price, Nance, Elo. Those four, and then there was a fifth guy. Oh, Harper. Ron Harper. There it is. Boom. The dad of our guy, Dylan Harper, right there. So, again, there was definitely a lot of talent there in the 80s. Honestly, Ron Harper, you could argue, is the most talented of those guys, just at the peak of their basketball powers. Again, Price had some moments, and Daugherty had some moments as well, too. But, Mitchell right now, definitely more impressive. And, taking him to the playoffs, like we're saying, this is like the only era of success consistently outside of the LeBron era as well, too. So, moving Mitchell, and I guess kind of like LeBron in some ways. Is he the LeBron of third best players of the franchise, chat? Mitchell's the third best player in two separate franchises. He's the third best player in the Jazz franchise and the Cavs franchise because, again, you have Stockton and Malone in Utah. So they never won a finals, but, they did get there a couple times and just a crazy partnership. But a crazy, teammateship. Is that a better way to say it? And then just crazy stats as well, too. Towns, there we go. The reverse layup, able to get it to go. Definitely been a little complaining after the calls tonight. But, maybe that just means he's starting to get some rhythm back. I don't know. 7-0 run for New York. So 78-93. We can't write off that they make a run. They've made a run quite a few times this year. It is a little bit of a style, I think, of them for them to get down in a game and then have to fight their way back. But I just think they may run out of time tonight. 6 minutes left right now as Towns collects this rebound. It would be, they could get to 13 with over 5. That would close. They need to score here. They need to score. Not big play gym territory, and they do! And they do! Brunson floats it off the backboard, chat. 93-80. 13-point game with 5.5 left. Oh, are they going to careless foul? Immediately just go right back to the sort of just sloppy game pause they were playing before. I mean, chat, sometimes that sounds like a good idea, but not in the Eastern Conference Finals. Nope, you want a nice dry game. I mean, a nice clean game, more so. But just the untimely mistakes, like there's all the turnovers, but the untimely penalties as well too. Fouls is tough. Hard at the free throw line. Oh, ball don't lie. I guess he missed. So bad call? Is that what we have to chalk it up to? I don't know. Go back and check the replay. Is that a bad call? That was not a good free throw attempt by Harden, though. It was definitely a shank. He is 4 for 12 here tonight, so he's definitely needed Mitchell to carry him. It is what it is. See, this is what I mean for them, like winning the finals, doing all this stuff, because their second best player on their team is 4 for 12 tonight. Again, Mobley, we were praising him earlier. He's still 5 for 11. Hasn't really, done too much else. 1 for 9. Outside of Mitchell, they literally have not played well. They're still 94 points as a team. Brunson, 82. So, they might not even win this game. Still, if we're being honest. 11-1 run. The charge is real. Did the league script this perfectly to make sure that people were watching in the fourth quarter? That would be quite the move, chat. Quite the move. Something sketchy is going on here. The Knicks are just turning it on at the right time. That can't just be, the basketball side of it. It is what it is. That can't just be Brunson just attacking. Oh, the step back. Oh, the lean into James Harden, chat. Oh, he doesn't even need the space. Just lean in, get the defender going. It is what it is. Just push the defender off you is how you get the space. Jared Allen, the basketball spins out. The New York basketball gods are all of a sudden in favor of the Knicks again. They've missed a couple of free throws. They've hit the basket in a couple of weird ways, bounced out. 12-point game. Allen, the number 2. Oh, it rolls off the front of the rim. They can get it to they can get it to double slash. They can get it to single if they hit a 3 here. They can get it to single if they hit a 3. No free throws yet for New York as well, too. It has just kind of been quick attacking and good makes. Brunson, the pull-up, mid-range, boom! There it is, chat. 10-point game. Oh, it's a flurry. 3 minutes left, 13-1. Okay. And Brunson just taking over as well, too, like we said, the Mitchell takeover has been here the entire time for the Cavs, so I don't know why Brunson shouldn't match him. They were trying to kind of sub in Shamet, sub in Alvarado, get the secondary guys going, but no. Just get it back to Brunson and let him cook. They do have Shamet still in the game, though, as the lineup guy. And speaking of James Harden, chat, look who showed up to Game 7, James Harden. Airballs a 3 with 4:20 left. It is what it is. 7 for 15 in the quarter. I don't know if we'll get into full but I don't know if we'll get into full standing mode like we were last night. But we're in lean forward, chat. We're in locking in. What are the different modes of sports engagement? You definitely have upright, slouch, lean forward, standing, cheering. There's so many different. We'll create a chart at some point. 15-1 run. Mitchell, the crossover. Can he get Lamet? Who's that guy? Landry Shamet. Silence of the Landry Lamet. What's this guy's name? But Mitchell. Now all of a sudden, did they do something to the basket in the timeout? Did IT go out there and screw around the hoop? It seems like. Oh, Brunson for 3. Oh, here we go. New York fans, the superstar is here to show. He's showing up. He's just giving us a little bit of the Western Conference. A little bit of a. Wait, did Chalamet just go over and hug Tracy Morgan? What is happening? I didn't think I'd ever say that, but I'm pretty sure he just did. I'm pretty sure. Is Tracy Morgan okay, or is he just not impressed? He's not standing right now, so I was like, maybe he needs somebody to wander over and interact. But either way, you got Stiller, Chalamet, and Tracy Morgan each dropping. Are they getting those tickets for free? Are those hookup tickets? Are those celebrity tickets? Or are those 10,000? Like we're saying, did Chalamet pay $24K to sit there? I guess he could, right? I guess he go, hey, Kylie Jenner, what, we're going to the game tonight? It is what it is. Does he call her by her full name? Did he say, hey, Kylie Jenner? No, he just calls her Jenner, right? Hey, Jenner. Hey, KJ? KJ? Oh, chat, see. Oh, I mean, we can't sit here and think of nicknames for Timothy Chalamet's girlfriend. It sounds crazy when you phrase it that way, chat. If you say, I guess it sounds crazy if you sit around and think of nicknames for Kylie Jenner. I guess, Kylie Jenner is like one of the, 15 most famous people in America. So, if anybody's going to get just a random nickname, it would be, one of the ultra celebrities. But I guess, first initial of each name is not super crazy. Hey, yo, what is she, an athlete, chat? What's the Instagram follow number? We just start calling her KJ124 mil or something like that. Like it's PG-13. Hey, yo, like it's CP3. KJ124, KJ124. Hey, yo, I'm going for 124. Like, I think I know the number. Am I underselling it? Is it like 300? I guess Ronaldo doesn't have like a billion followers, does he? Does somebody have a billion followers? Hey, yo, does Mr. Beast have a billion followers? What do we got? Who are we looking for, chat? I'm thinking about Ronaldo's page. Hey, yeah, Ronaldo's at six. Whoa, hey, yeah, Ronaldo's at 2/3 of a bill. So he's getting there. But we said Jenner. Let's see. Kylie's at 342. Kendall at 240. So I said 124. Chat. Hey, yo, way off. Who is 124? That's not even close to Kylie Jenner. What was it, like Caitlin Clark? Hey, yo, I guess 124 is crazy. That's probably like Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is probably at 1. What's Pat Mahomes at? Pat Mahomes 6.4. Hey, yo. That just shows you the difference, chat. Pat Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league right now. 6.4 million Instagram followers. Kylie Jenner has, and this is not a, what do they do? I'm just saying the fame level. She has 382 million followers. I guess it's, different platforms. Obviously, I think Mahomes has had, games in which there have been hundreds of millions of. Are there 100 million viewers for the Super Bowl? Do you get like 180 million viewers at the peak? Probably not that many. And we're just throwing out numbers and stats like we know stats, chat. The more you learn is as we look them up, we don't know anything about stats. But we do know about throwing out numbers and making good guesses. Who is there might not be a, I guess did we look up LeBron? Maybe LeBron's 120. LeBron's one of the more followed people though, right? LeBron is, where is he at? Oh, LeBron's 154. Okay, so yeah, LeBron level of fame. Kylie Jenner 3 times more famous than LeBron. Again, if in the fame rankings, Kylie Jenner's like 7. LeBron's like, well, no, LeBron's not the 9th most famous person in America. Hey, yo. I guess if we're considering, obviously there's, the political side of things as well, too. Do you have to consider every living president? Oh, Mobley for 3. Hey. So, at least the clutch timing for his offense, not necessarily the huge third quarter, not necessarily the huge second half at all. But that's definitely a big clutch shot right there. Ooh. Anunoby able to attack Harden off the dribble from the top of the key. So, that's kind of essentially going to have to be the game plan, which I feel like has been. It's just attack Harden, attack Harden, attack Harden. Pause. Whoa. Hey, yo. Whatever the joke, it is what it is. We got to stick to basketball analysis. We got to stick to the X's and O's, chat. Oh, boy. But, they are able to, I think, take advantage of that matchup there. If they can get him trying to shuffle out for 3-point coverages and then all of a sudden try to, keep up with guys going to the basket, they're going to be in pretty good shape there. Anunoby, a straight line drive free throw. Hey, yo. That one looked like it was going to be missed right away. Oh, what happens? A travel, a foul? What happened? Oh, Chad, it feels like the refs kind of want to maybe have some shenanigans. It looks like. I don't know. I guess we didn't see anything obvious jump out of the screen right there. Anunoby, that miss looked almost intentional. It was a flat, bad, almost, bad attempt. It is what it is. Was it Mobley on the... I don't know if it was Mobley traveled after he got the ball. Did Morrell foul when he fell down? Or did Mitchell foul before that? Hey, we have no idea what just happened there. So, investigate the refs. It's basically what we're saying. They're on the take. Oh, Bridges! Oh, no way. The Knicks have come alive, chat. The Knicks are revived. A 22-4 run. Oh, chat. We didn't see this yesterday, that's for sure. Again, it was definitely highlighted by great moments, but we didn't have the 5-minute stretch of the one team just having the absolute, just heater. And right now, I mean, this is offense at its finest, chat. The Knicks are going for it. Brunson, fans are on their feet. Is this going to go into the highlight package? Hey, yo, the hyped crowds. Oh, Anunoby, he's open. Oh, he's got the lay. Oh, dunk it. What just happened? Whoa, chat. I don't even know what's going on with these offensive fouls anymore. Hey, yo. Anunoby just pump faked a guy, and then it seemed like he had a wide open dunk, but it's because, well, that's why he had a wide open. I guess Towns was grabbing Jared Allen. A little offensive lineman style. Trying to be sneaky with it. 13 and 13 for Towns. Oh, chat, the tip in for the Cavs on offense. 99 to 93. A minute 44 left. A minute 45. I guess, whoa, time's going up. Hey, yo. There we go. Anunoby, no hesitation. Oh, maybe pass it next time. Hey, yo. Anunoby. Hey, is Anunoby going to get, is he going to be next to Sonny Lee watching the game, chat? Hey, yo. I guess he probably wouldn't mind, but either way, you probably want to be playing as well, too. There might be some injury stuff as well, but we'll see what the lineup shakeout to be. Bridges in the corner. Oh, Bridges, the clutch gene, chat. He has been huge here in the last 3 minutes. That's 2 now 3-pointers that he has made recently here, and now it's a 3-point game. So one more Bridges 3-pointer away. Can Mitchell? Oh, Mitchell blocked. Was he blocked? That was way off. Hey, yo. Was that Towns on defense there? I think everybody was kind of just starting to gravitate toward him. It was basically don't let him score. But that's over James Harden as well too. James Harden rotates up to guard Brunson that time to double, and then Brunson just passed to his man in the corner. So, again, continuing attack. 25-6 run over 7 minutes here. Are they gonna just steal this game from the Cavs, chat? Speaking of heist movies, speaking of Nemesis, it's tied. Shamit. Hey, yo, chat. Oh, are they going to get him last second here? 38 seconds. Oh, Mitchell. Why does Harden have the ball? Give it to Mitchell. The step back. Spinning shot. Oh, chat. That was a little vintage James right there. That was the vintage James Harden move. The step back. Can Brunson. Oh, chat. He's going right back at him. Easy. Easy work. I mean, James didn't even stay in front of him. Did not even stay in front of him one bit. James, I feel like Brunson was trying to draw contact. James Harden was like, nope. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. So it's tied 101, 8 seconds. Okay, we're almost standing, chat. Pause. We're almost in McAfee. Morrell. Oh, it spins out. Oh, they get the heave. Oh. Somebody with a suit that was sitting front row ran out like he was getting ready to storm the court. Like if they had made the full court shot, it was going to be like a 1970s court storming. Hey, yo, can we say words? But I guess the fact that we're sitting here at the end of regulation is 2 overtime games in 2 nights, chat. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. It is what it is. Is Mike Brown okay? He's like leaned over right now. They're patting him on the back. We got like we said, fans running out on the court. This is exciting stuff. This is exciting, chat. New York is alive. Hopefully they are able to carry this momentum into overtime. Hey, yo. It is what it is. What was that? What did that run ultimately end up being? And I guess a good look by my... Oh, Mike Brown tried to call a timeout. Oh, chat. There were fans running on the court, but that did distract us from Mike Brown literally throwing himself in front of the ref, trying to call a timeout. I mean, would they have been able to advance the ball with a timeout? Because I don't know how much time they got with the rebound. I mean, he turned and fired that shot pretty quickly. So it's not like if they had been dribbling up the court, running a play while Mike Brown's calling a timeout, then it is what it is. The league's just like, nope, we're getting at 5 more minutes of this game. It is what it is. And I don't know why I just thought of this as well, too, but shout out to Mario Van Peebles, who directed a couple of those episodes at Nemesis. Okay, we're going to break. We'll be right back. Okay, chat, 30-8. The run was 30-8 at the end of the fourth quarter there. So, I mean, do the Cavs have any momentum at all whatsoever? Hey, yo. I mean, just maybe the fact that the game is in any sort of reset here with the jump ball and sort of new momentum maybe helps out. But, I mean, the New York wins the tip right away. Hey, yo. So, immediately the crowd on their feet. The cheers continue. Is Chalamet still embraced with Tracy Morgan as we speak? Oh! Anunoby just elevated like 3 times. And chat. Hey, yo. He jumped and then somehow he just kept going higher. It is what it is. He jumped over like 4. Oh, he jumped over the. Chat. I can't believe he missed. Spoiler alert. He missed the dunk. It is what it is. But it was almost really cool. It was almost cool. He was flying in from almost outside the paint and basically almost dunking on Harden as well, too. So the free throw attempts here, getting overtime started off. But, hey, yo, he's kind of needed a little bit of a momentum shifting play for his game as well, too. Kind of get back on track. Only 5 points tonight. So there is a... Anunoby 13, Anunoby 18-point performance that they can't have. The lead, chat. I guess now they have the lead. Can they mentally handle that? Hey, pause. Down 22 at the, I guess, the math of it being 30-8 run, and it was tied. I mean, we could have done a little process of elimination there. But, obviously, like we're saying, I feel like we've seen this time and time again this year. The Knicks might honestly be the #1 team for this in the NBA. Again, it's easy to say right now since it just happened. But, even the Spurs, even the Thunder, the Thunder aren't a team that gets down 20 in a game and then comes back and win it. I would say the Spurs are capable of, they're capable of winning a game when they're down 20 for sure. But it's not the, speaking of the MO, chat, it's not the MO of the team. Hey, yo. The Knicks do have an MO. They do seem to tend to drop some of these leads earlier in the game, and then they'll storm back late. Brunson with the floater. Oh, chat, 105. MSG, they just won the crowd. They just won, like, the NBA player poll for the best fans in the league. So, I guess MSG is a historic arena vibe as well, too. That does help. But the crowd itself is absolutely lit right now. Brunson taking over in transition. Oh, chat, they didn't capitalize there, but the crowd is still energized, ready to go. He's got James on him still. Just take him to the basket. Don't even worry about... Oh! Harden flops! Oh, chat, that's a bad call. That's a bad call. I guess we gotta look for the... We're just caught up in the moment. It is what it is. We want Brunson to get the benefit of the doubt there. But that really did look like a flop as well, too. I mean, he waited till after the shot to call it, but waited till after he thought he made it to call the shot. But either way, definitely some exaggeration as well. Mobley for 3, his second 3 late in the game here, not able to get that to go. Hey, maybe a little too much here. Only down 4 with 3 minutes left. This possession here is definitely a little bit of a clock drain as well. Kind of gets you to the other side of the quarter here. I don't know, be the pump fake. Drives past Allen. Oh, he just moved Mobley out of the way with his hips, chat. Ayo, I don't know if that's a pause, but just got right to the lane and just moved him out of the way. Right up for the layup. Hey, yo. Mobley, trade everybody, chat. James Harden firing up a lazy 3. Is he drawing a foul at least? I think I'm trying to draw a foul. Another foul? A technical foul? The 3-day chess anyways. He's like, this is all I got. All we can do at this point is draw flagrants, draw technicals for this team. Hey, yo. He's trying to bumping around Bridges there after the possession, it looked like. But a lot of James Harden here lately. No Donovan Mitchell. Morrell now got it. Morrell ball hogging it. Chat Morrell. Donovan Mitchell has 40 tonight. Give it to Mitchell. James Harden now one-on-one against Brunson. A three-pointer. And who would have guessed it? A miss. A miss. James Harden's, Donovan Mitchell's best game of his career. Best game of his career. But, conference finals game. Absolutely lit. And nothing. What is he? I guess he's at 29 right now. Okay, so he's at 30, not 40. But still, it's an impact 40. Not a literal 40. Anunoby again drives. Again swoops to the lane. Oh, Chad, he just can't get the dunk. He just can't get the dunk. That time they are able to knock it out of bounds. I think it goes off his legs, so pause. So, whoa. So the Cavs got the ball. And they just inbounded straight to Mitchell. There we go. Mitchell, I'm actually a fan of you not passing it this time. Oh, he passed it to Mobley. Mobley for three. Yeah, Mobley missed. It is what it is. Mitchell needs to be selfish right now. Mitchell needs to make sure that they are, getting actual looks here the last couple of times. Oh, chat. That's tough for Cavs right there. 9-point lead for the Knicks as Shamet hits the three. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, there's the New York fans. Oh, I see a couple of empty seats, honestly. Not in San Antonio. I guess, how did San Antonio not even make the top three? That feels like a straight up wrong, Chad. That's just biased. I don't know what they have against the great city of San Antonio, but how are they not three? Hey, yo, I think it looked like in the way that we saw the poll revealed on Instagram, I wonder if they had asked the questions in the same way, because it said who were the best fan bases, and then right after that it said who were the most passionate fan bases. So I wonder if people kind of were thinking, like, well, Boston's they're the best fan base in terms of for their team, because Boston was number 2. But I don't know if Boston is the best fan base, if that makes sense. Like, obviously New York fans can be kind of annoying as well, too. But for the most part, like, at a game, New York fans are fine. Like, it seems like Boston fans at the game sometime, not to call you out, but just from talking about the player experience, like, it seems like there's, some players have had some experiences, which is not what you want to hear, but, for New York anyways, it seems like there is, a little bit better there. But for Brunson with the floater in the replay chat. Hey, yo. So they do have the 6-point lead right now, are on the verge of closing this one out. And, for, like we said, for James Harden as well, too, he can definitely be an important offensive player to this team. But I thought part of the benefit of bringing him in was to have Mitchell be the reliable guy over the course of the end of the games. Oh, is that Struce, chat? Hey, yo. 104. I guess that makes it 104 right there. 101 to 110. 104 to 110 now. So, oh, boom. Right back to timeout, chat. Oh, no. You hate to see it. I guess I feel like even in the last game, the end of game scenario was not bad. It wasn't like a, long, drawn-out, fouling, slow clock, drain type of process. This here, you do have teams with a couple timeouts. Maybe they get through these. It works. But Mike Brown just right away getting back to the game plan after giving it up. You kind of have to, because you have to be locked in right now. And you're kind of giving the Cavs an opportunity to game plan now as well. Again, can Kenny Atkinson really dial some stuff up? Like, it seems like Struce and Morrell, these guys out of timeouts, like, do a pretty good job. So, I'm not necessarily not considering that if that is something that would apply. But either way, you gotta have Mitchell actually attacking here, and of course the Knicks are gonna need to not turn over, need to just hold out for the last couple of possessions, but to make sure that first game at home as well too stays the win. I mean, down 20. Hey, yo. This is quite the game. So, first time both conference finals go to overtime. A historic, I guess, not weekend, but, historic start to the playoff week here on the pod in general. Hey, yo. I guess we gotta give props to the program. We gotta give props to the script writers. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, did the league know, chat? The league is like, just, we'll give him a little overtime. We'll give him a little overtime here to make it spicy. I guess, 6-point game. I don't know if we'll get the double overtimes would be insane. I mean, we would never witness it again. That'd be like Haley's Comet. We'd have to just we might have to call some friends. You'd be like, did you see that? Watch at least watch the replay or something. But it really might have to get the date tattooed on us if it did happen. But either way, seems like with the foul, minute 30. Oh, I guess side out. Okay, they're still gonna not be immediately at the free throw line here. Is that Towns? Yo, fighting for the rebound down under the basket. So they have, of course, gone away from Allen as well too in this game. You got Towns versus Mobley as the center matchup, and then they got Sqaure, Merrill, Harden, Mitchell as the front court back court combo there. Now Sqaure on Brunson. Oh, swing it. They've been, of course, just leaving Anunoby this half. It is what it is. They've been rotating back to Anunoby, and that has been working. I will say there has been a little bit of an indecisiveness to Anunoby's game. I mean, ultimately, some of these Knicks possessions are working out, but there has been an indecisiveness to his game that is kind of keeping him around. Is keeping the possessions from kind of fully forming, in a way here. And he misses the free throw as well too. Ayo, shout out to OG Anunoby, but we just want to make sure that just thinking out if the Knicks are maximizing their lineups here in what they have available to them, and the fact that again the Cavs are a little bit smaller with their team. You've got James Harden's basically your 4. And I mean, Sqaure is your 4. Again, it doesn't really matter. You've got 4 guards and Evan Mobley. So you can get a little versatile with what you're doing. Turnover by the Cavs, 104-111. Hey, yo. Brunson, again, James Harden on him. I don't know how how has Mitchell been on Shamet this whole time? What is happening? How have they not switched up this matchup? The entire overtime, seems like the entire end of the fourth quarter, Harden's been matched up on Brunson. Bridges, pause from behind, is able to get the steal there on Sqaure. So again, I don't know why Sqaure is navigating a fast break. There seems to be like some fundamental execution breakdown stuff from the Cavs here. Who's the best player? Who do we get the ball to in these scenarios? Who is the default, ball handler? What are the defensive rotations? Who's assigned to who? I guess Anunoby that time fires it right out of bounds. Air ball. It is what it is. Shout out. But, again, for the offense, you may have to put him a little bit closer to the basket. You may have to have him creating from like the free throw line and from the middle of the paint, because again, he's just kind of unfortunately stalling around the offense a little bit at this point. But still, 39 seconds left. The defense has been playing good enough at this point to get enough stops, and they can definitely still close this one out. And is that what we have for do we need to get another shot through Celebrity Row? Game 1, Cavs versus Knicks. Not everybody showing out for this one. Maybe the weekend game, end of the series, later in the series potential, end of the week. Maybe we'll get some bigger stars. We got Chalamet. But I guess, did we have Chalamet? Somebody went over and hugged Tracy Morgan. Who's going to hug? Was it Tracy Morgan? I don't know. I guess I just saw two people hugging. I'm assuming that's who it was. They were next to Ben Stiller, so I was like, it's gotta be famous people. If it's two random people that aren't Tracy Morgan and Chalamet, that would be funny. It is a funny scenario to think about if it did happen. But so no, either way, we'll just remember it we'll remember it like it did. Not to be a fake news pod, but that's our fake news is Chalamet hugged Tracy Morgan at a Knicks game. It's a little more Onion-esque than anything else, I guess. What is the Onion now as well too? They got, I guess they bought InfoWars, did they not? But they bought it to to parody it as well too. So it's like the double, the double whammy there. Pause. But either way, I think it's still, the Onion's still doing their thing over there, kind of the parody news. But either way, what would be the Onion headline for this finals? For this matchup anyways. For this game, I don't know if we'd be able to generate that one this quickly. Mitchell pulls up, fires for three. The heave out of bounds. Hey, yo. I don't know why a one dribble fadeaway, not on balance shot was the shot there. You could at least attack the basket a little bit. You can, maybe try for an and one. If you don't get it, it's okay. You can come back, maybe try to make that up the next time. You're going to have to play the foul game anyways. But, hey, yo. Definitely a tough shot there to try to expect him to convert that. So, unbelievable, chat. I know we were talking end of the game scenarios earlier, but Anunoby, did they foul? Did they foul? They looked like they kind of grabbed him paused from behind as he was trying to go up the court. So the Knicks can go up 10 here, 29 seconds left. Seems a little bit different from where the Spurs were at against the Thunder. So, or the Thunder against the Spurs at various times in those games as well too yesterday. But for what are we talking about here? A 30-point swing over the course of a quarter. Again, for Mitchell, you can't really blame him. But this did just feel a little bit more like the Knicks frantically, and it for me, that's what these comebacks are. Pause. Is the Knicks frantically like kind of becoming themselves in these moments, if that makes sense. Like they can get to the point where you would say that this is a good Knicks game, but I don't know if the Knicks again play a good game from start to finish like that, if that makes sense. I guess their fourth quarter, again, ultimately would have had a good number on it. 32. Yeah, see, 32 fourth quarter points is actually like, again, incredible. Look, they toasted the Cavs in the fourth quarter. But 23 in each of the first three quarters is just kind of a little bit of a lackluster performance. It is what it is. And it was just a little bit awe-inspiring from what they were doing. And, they did have that moment where they were able to click into gear and become the version of the team that they are. Now, competitively facing against that, again, it's scary and not scary. It's like both this team is susceptible to the collapse, but also they can just flip the switch and actually, we have seen them time and time again actually do that. Flip the switch, become that team in the game. Brunson takes over, Towns hits some shots. Somebody ended the game on a 44-11 run. Largest playoff comeback win since 1970s. So, I mean, the historic stuff in play here for the New York team all over the place. But, Chet, hey, Brunson, or Mitchell, hey, walking back to the locker room solo. Oh, Chet, you hate to see it. If there was a good photographer there, we could have gotten, like, a Mitchell, with a Jimmy Butler, or with, like a Jimmy Butler photo after the game. Where it's like gives his all, but still the photo of defeat. Hey, walking alone down the tunnel. It is what it is. But you still got this could still be a 6-7 game series, I would think. But to be honest, I would probably have picked this to have been Knicks and I would have just said Knicks in 4. Screw it. Who cares? Who cares? They're gonna be 4. I guess we'll give the Cavs 5 because we have to. I guess. But for what I actually think is going to happen in the games, and this is a very, very similar formula for what I think we could get here. James Harden, 51 minutes, 50 points, like 5 for 16, 1 for 8 from 3. You're telling me James Harden era is going to be better in this era in the conference championship game than he was in Houston? And I think he had some games where he ran into some numbers like that. Again, Mobley 6 for 16. Mobley hasn't, as we rip apart the Cavs here at the end of game one, but Mobley hasn't proven over the course of his career to be a consistent go-to offensive guy. Jarrett Allen, again, same there. You got Dean Wade in your starting lineup basically just to, have the variety on the lineups there. But Strus and Merrill, if their 3 points shooting is a little bit meh over the course of the game, then that's, it's going to put a baseline on your performance. So that's why I'm kind of looking at this team going, I just can't imagine them actually winning the 8 more games that they need to be hosting the trophy. But I guess, anything is possible. Anything is possible. But, you got to give Donovan Mitchell his credit. And he does continue anyways to up his average for most points scored in game ones in their career. Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan, and Donovan Mitchell. How many lists are like that? It is what it is. But like we're saying, you got to give him his credit. Playoff score -7 on the plus minus. I guess that would be an interesting thing. It would be to go points scored plus like minus the minus from everybody. I guess we should be able to say plus to plus. But no, just take the scores that everybody had over the course of their careers and then minus the minuses from those and see what the all-time positive net leader is, if that makes sense. Hey, yo, the net leader in points gained. I mean, Chad, are we just creating stats here at the Sam Pod? I mean, I didn't know we were nerds like that. Hey, yo, I never expected us to solve a math problem, but who knows? We might actually end up doing that. But either way, we will be here. Of course, like we said, conference championship games, Spurs versus OKC. Chat, run it back. Hopefully, we're getting. I guess. Well, the NBA community is like, we want 7. Actually, for Spurs fans, we want 4. Hey, yo. I mean, just the mental of it, not even, yes, the competitiveness, but also the mental. Like, we just want to win 4, get it over with, get to the next series, get this thing done. Hey, yo. Let's just get the title to where it needs to be. But, again, we'll be back, obviously, monitoring that, seeing what is going on there, seeing how Wemby and Shea are going to battle after the way that Shea, got the MVP. Wemby stepped up there. I guess, no MVPs to hand out tonight. Nothing super crazy, but we did have ultimately another super dramatic game. Crazy run by Brunson with like we said, the 40-something to 11 run to end a game. Hey, yo, chat, pause. Nothing that we like nothing like a good run, chat. Hey, yo. I don't know what that means, but, just nothing like a team just really taking over in a game is fun. A sequence. Hey, yo, that's the right way to phrase it. Nothing like a good sequence to watch for the highlight stuff. It is what it is. So, chat, I think we've got one episode of Nemesis left. We'll report back, no spoilers. I think that dropped over the weekend last week. So, it's fairly new. Again, it's popular right now on Netflix, so there's a good chance that you've seen it already. But if you haven't, throw it on. Recommend. Shout out to the cast there. It seems like everything is, it seems like a pretty fun show to hang out and watch. But, yeah, we'll be back with Thunder versus Spurs reactions. We got, of course, the rest of Cavs versus Knicks series as well to stay along too. So, hey, just hit up the YouTube, follow along. We'll be here live. You can just search us, jump over to the YouTube page and see if we are live. Or again, if you subscribe, boom, right there. Boom, we'll be live. But yeah, you can do that. You can hit us at the podcast feeds. You can hit us on Instagram as well too, at REMINGTOM Pod, and send us a message over there if you want to do that. But we will be, like we said, back soon. Next game is tomorrow night. Hey, yo. We can't even wait. Shea versus Wemby. Go, Spurs, go. Even though it's an Eastern Conference night, it is what it is. We still have to rep our team. So we will see you all later for the next historic game. It is what it is. We'll be back. Peace.